I'm Leigh Matthews, and welcome to Fantastic Finals. In the weeks ahead, we'll be having a look at some of the more memorable finals, and each week I'll be joined by someone who participated in that particular game. And this week I'd like to introduce champion Essendon ruckman Simon Madden, because this week we're going to be having a look at the 1984 second semi-final. And Simon, I happened to be on the field that day as well.
Yes, we were both on the field that day, and
yes.
I think, speaking to a lot of people, this goes down in a lot of memories as one of the great finals, not a grand final, because one of the great finals all through the 80s and probably still continuing into the 90s.
Yeah, yeah. Friends of mine often say to me that they remember this game because it was kind of pressure-packed from start to finish. So
it had the big crowd at the MCG, had the big crowd, had all the makings of a grand final to start with, as in the word grand final. And I think that our side going into it, we'd been beaten twice during the season, had been thrashed the year before in the 83 final by Hawthorn, and great games between Essendon and Hawthorn at the time. And going into this game, we were really looking to get a chance at having another go at Hawthorn in a grand final.
Because it was the middle year, ended up that Hawthorn and Essendon played in the grand finals in 83, 84 and 85. Of course, Hawthorn had the big win in 1983, and in round 2 of 1984, again, it was a fairly close game.
Very close game there.
Won by 6 points.
As you look there, we had come back at Hawthorn in that last quarter a little bit, not enough. Again, there was another, that's the first round, round 2. Later on in the season, we had another game against Hawthorn, and didn't do as well. You see the scores
in
there.
Round 12, there are a lot more scoring shots.
53-point difference in the end there, so we'd sort of had a bit of a knockback. We'd looked like we'd got close to Hawthorn, but we had a bit of a knockback in that round. And then we're going into this second semi, so we were very keen.
So the stage was set, still the two top teams, and the lineups will be interesting to have a look at, because there's some great names in these particular sides. You have a look at through them. Simon, you might run through some of the Essendon
Well, some of those, you look at, I won't go through all of them, but you look at the likes of Ezard in the back pocket, still playing up the country. Merritt still playing in the AFL. Great player in Terry Daniher, was still Daniher named there on the half-back flank, still playing up in Wagga, Captain Coach of Wagga up in the New South Wales.
Terry might do a Kevin Murray and play till he's 50, do you think?
Well, I've spoken to him a couple of times since, seen him. He's very, very fit and still keen to play. And as he says every year for the last 3 years, oh, just one more year, he says, and he's going around again. So some big names there. You look at Tim Watson doing well in the media, etc. So yeah, there's a lot of football talent there. We had, we were pretty pleased with the side we had going into that game.
And probably over that mid-80s, the Essendon side was just getting better and better in 1984, I would have thought.
Well, this was the team to beat, of course.
The Hawthorn team, and of course that's superimposed over the Essendon players. That Matthews up the top, there's not playing full-back as we read the team. That's, of course, the full-forward line, which is against the Essendon full-back line. And
a couple of coaches coming out of there. We've got you've got Gary Ayres, who's coaching Geelong, of course, and Ken Judge, who's gone back to Hawthorn. Brereton just finished, and I think we have Langford in that side still playing. So
and Michael Tuck, ruck rove in there. Most people thought he was nearing the end of his career, but he played for about another 7 years after 1984. So
I think he said, didn't he say to Dipper once? Yeah, Dipper had a bad year and he was about 34. He said back to Dipper, yeah, I can remember I had a bad year at 30. 8 years later on, he's still playing. Yeah, there's some magnificent players, and that was the basis of the great Essendon teams of the mid-80s and of the Hawthorn team that went on and was a great team in the late 80s. So it was a memorable game. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Let's go to the Vision.
First quarter of the 1984 second semi-final between Hawthorn and Essendon from the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Overcast conditions at the MCG before a huge crowd. Madden gets the first tap, Byrne goes the thump on. Hawthorn kicking right, Thompson on Judge, caught, Brereton out to Russo wide and up towards full forward. McCarthy in front, can't take the mark, it's touched there by Weston, and the ball hustled over the line by Clark for Essendon. So the first forward thrust going Hawthorn's way. It will be a boundary throw in. Left forward pocket for Hawthorn. Madden got a mile in the air, picked up by Thompson. He's well caught by Judge, handballs it over the line. It will be a free kick.
Good tackle by Judge that time, Robert.
Yes, he really forced Thompson to put that over the boundary line. And Judge now right on the boundary line.
Well, he's not a bad kick as a rule, but it'd be a miracle goal from there. Hit the post. 1 point, first score of the game going to Hawthorn, and that came up at the 1 minute mark. So 1 point to the Hawks. Ideal conditions here. We had the earlier game at Princes Park between these two sides, marred by rain in the second half. Madden has it knocked away from him. Folds, high kick, up towards centre wing for Essendon. In front, Gary Ayres takes the mark in front of Daniher. Ayres back in the Hawthorn side today after a thigh injury. And the welcome re-inclusion. Of course, Ayres was also suspended for a couple of weeks late in the home and away games. The mark taken by Peter Schwab, a little bit short of right half forward flank. Schwab to put Hawthorn into attack again. Ball kicked high, he's trying to find McCarthy or Curran down there, knocked away from Walsh. The chances for Clark and Folds though, two Essendon players right on the boundary line. Folds goes perhaps dangerously across ground. DiPierdomenico, strong grab.
Once again, Bob, a dangerous bit of play, kicking across goal.
Maybe I'm...
Well, we may be old-fashioned. I don't know what...
I still live by the Norm Smith principles, and if you were playing under Norm Smith, then the runner would be thrown out by Norm Smith. He would get a start as we see Duckworth and Matthews. Duckworth almost hanging on to Matthews there, but DiPierdomenico will have his shot.
DiPierdomenico from 50 metres out. The shot at goal is, I think, off target. Might even be out of bounds on the fall. Now it's 1 point to Hawthorn that came up at just after the 2 minutes.
Waiting for the ball to come back into play. Hawthorn at the moment 2 points to Essendon yet to score, and Hawks have been into attack right from the start of this game. Ball back into play again, out towards the half-back line. At the back is Byrne, goes the punt, not a successful one. Byrne gets a hurl, tries to get a kick, but there's a scrimmage here. Plenty of fumbling going on as we see Lester Smith drive the ball down towards the forward pocket. It's Matthews and Duckworth, two of the toughest men playing, go after the ball, but it beats the boat and the ball is out of bounds. Out of bounds about 60 metres around from the Hawthorn goal. They're 2 points to Essendon yet to score. Knocked out by Madden. Still plenty of fumbling going on. Down goes Watson. Hurried kick out of the pack. Over the head of Thompson. There's a chance now for Matthews. A hand pass, a beauty coming over there to Wallace. Snaps for goal, but I think he may have put it through for another point. So Hawthorn fritting away many chances there, Bob.
Yes, that one was a sitter as far as Terry Wallace is concerned. But, well, you can't kick them all.
Ball back into play again. Chance for big fella Walsh, taken off the pack that time by McCarthy. Hawthorn looking good at the start of this match. Oh, Judge, a beautiful mark over the top of Thompson, a great mark. And this fella's one of the most dangerous forwards in the business. There it is again.
DiPierdomenico running right across the ground to say congratulations for McCarthy for winning that ball and putting it down the ground. That's where the value of the DiPierdomenicos, they just thrive on their team success, not just getting the ball themselves.
We're just over the 4 minute mark. Hawthorn going for their first goal by Judge. And I think he's threaded that one through for a goal. So Hawthorn move on to 1 goal, 9 points. To the Bombers yet to score, just on the 4.5 minute mark of this, the first quarter.
Well, Pete, those rumours were true. Carey and Bradbury out of the side.
Yes, the mail was good, Bob.
And Folds and Thompson going to the half. As we watch on replay, McCarthy taking it off the pack, puts the ball forward, and we watch a lovely mark by Judge. He had to sit on Thompson. It was one of those occasions when there wasn't much that young Thompson could possibly do.
Approaching the 5 minute mark of the first quarter, it's Hawthorn by 9 in the second semi-final. Byrne against Madden in the ruck. Madden's done better so far, but it's early days yet. Knocked away again by Madden. Byrne bleeding from the mouth, or nose it would appear at the present stage. Folds puts Essendon into attack for the first time in the game. A wobbly punt kick up the half forward. Robertson goes to spoil. Mew has the mark. And a 15-metre penalty too will be applied. Not sure who punched that away, but it doesn't matter. Mew up towards the centre circle, trying to find Tuck. Doesn't get a favourable bounce. Neagle gets offloaded. The umpire calls play on. Neagle trying to get a hand pass out to Walsh. Now it rebounds to Folds. He's caught and drops it. The umpire still calls play on. Here's Judge. He's in everything so far. That could be second goal. It's close. It's there. It's 2 goals to Judge.
Well, a great start for Hawthorn. Those 2 quick goals, Bob. That lifts the team morale completely, doesn't it?
Yes, it was great tackling. We first of all saw Neagle tackled, and then as on replay, there's Neagle. He's tackled quickly. Folds comes in, and Tuck does a great, superb job. And it was really set up by those 2 tackles, even though Judge, what a lovely kick it is to go through the centre.
Second semi-final action, 5 3/4 minutes gone. Knocked down by Madden again. Chance for Baker, too high. That'll be a free kick. And Baker to take the free kick for the Bombers. He'll put them into attack. A 15-metre penalty applied by the umpire. He's gone wide. The hand pass is on to Hurd. Essendon swing into attack.
Another hand pass back to Baker. Oh, he copped the heavy one that time from Wallace. There's a chance now for Hurd to recover. Grabbed by the foot. It'll be a free kick. But that stopped him in his tracks. This gives the Hawthorn defenders a chance to pick up their men down there on the forward line. You couldn't hold that one. Swab got one on the head. They pile in there. Pushed out by Madden. The scrimmage developing again. And the umpire will ball it up at centre-half forward for Essendon. Essendon at the moment struggling. 2 goals, 3-15 Hawthorn to the Bombers yet to score. Just on the 7-minute mark of this first quarter. Knocked out. Oh, he's bleeding very heavily. Byrne as the ball finally comes back to Neagle. A shot at goal. Coming in to meet it now. Will it beat him? It's beaten him. It's a goal by Neagle. A good shot. A great shot for goal. And the Bombers are now 1 goal, 6 points to Hawthorn, 2-3-15.
Yes, a great snapshot by Mervyn, and it would really give him a lift as he was under pressure. And it's amazing that you can see players kick as far as that when he's kicking under pressure and over the shoulder.
Back in the centre again.
On the other angle, we see Neagle and O'Halloran desperately trying to get there, but unable to.
There she is. Byrne bleeding very heavily as Madden gets the knockout. Punched on by Lester Smith. Russo tries to get a hand pass. He's grabbed, but spins out of the pack beautifully. A hand pass coming over to Swab. Not a good kick. Down there, and Thompson's grabbed. They're tackling him pretty well. The ball knocked away again. Here's a go now for Brereton. Taps it on smartly. A chance for little Loveridge. He'll have a snapshot at goal. Will he make the distance? No, he's off target, and the ball is out of bounds. So it's out of bounds in the forward pocket, right against the point post, and a penalty free kick to go down there to Weston. Ball back into play again. DiPierdomenico couldn't hold that. Grabbed by Wallace. A hand pass coming out now to Lester Smith in a bit of trouble. Gets a hand pass back to DiPierdomenico. A running shot at goal. It's right through to the middle. And that's their third. A great goal by DiPierdomenico. And good play by Lester Smith. Yes, 3 goals, 3-21 Hawthorn to Weston. 1 goal, 6 points.
And Lester Smith getting one to go on with after he got that one across. Lester Smith.
Mervyn
got the hand pass.
That'll be filed, I think, for future reference.
I think he's worried because he got the goal that mattered with DiPierdomenico kicking it.
8.5 minutes gone. First quarter. Byrne and Madden. Won by Madden again. He hasn't lost one so far. Picked up by Tuck, though, but Hawthorn are onto that. Brereton, just about a mark. Not paid by the umpire in a correct decision. Hand pass by Judge is nullified. Ezard's kick is a short one. Back towards centre field where he finds Watson. Oh, dispossessed beautifully. Great tackle, Byrne. Out wide towards centre wing. Wood is there. Knocked away from him. In goes Daniher for Essendon. Daniher long up towards centre half forward. Looking for Daniher. Knocked away from him. Schwab the chance. The run of the ball. Not bad. Picked up by Tuck. Tuck at left centre wing. A short pass. He's chipped it up towards Judge. Hawthorn's best player, and that'll be a 15-metre penalty.
Well, he's playing the part of young Thompson.
Did stop him though, Lou.
Yeah, but there was no doubt he had the mark. Now this gives him a chance to lob this in the goal square. Pete, they're vital free kicks they give away.
Judge about 55 metres out. Not a bad boot into the 10-metre square. And a goal. Touched.
See, that was the foolish part about Thompson giving that. It gave Judge a chance to get within distance, Bob.
Yes, well, I think they work on the theory that let's make him worry about what's coming next.
Ball back into play towards the members' side. Lester Smith can't complete the mark. Green, haven't seen much of him so far. Ball kept in play, or is it? No, the boundary umpire said it was out, and we'll see a boundary throw in between right half forward flank and right forward pocket for Hawthorn. Madden and McCarthy. Won by Madden. Knocked back by Lester Smith to Tuck. Fires out a quick hand pass, trying to find Russo. Succeeds in doing that. Russo shoots at goal, and he's stopped it. So Hawthorn playing well in the first quarter. 10.5 minutes in, and the scoreboard 4-4-28 to 1 goal, 6 points.
A wonderful piece of team play by Michael Tuck. It was a superb piece. Lester Smith in the thick of things again. And I cannot understand the Essendon half forwards bringing a player like Lester Smith down into the attacking zone. All you're doing is putting good players into attack.
Just over the 10-minute mark.
He's had a hand in 2 of the goals so far, Lou.
Certainly has, Bob. 22 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn. Knocked out by Madden to no avail. Tuck couldn't pick that one up. Finally picked up this time by Swab. They go back into attack. They seem to be doing this all the time in this first. Oh, Matthews has nearly grabbed that mark. Still it comes out now. Grabbed here by Fowles. A hand pass. That was Daniher. Finally it's cleared away by Weston. Daniher's got the mark. Now there's a chance for the Bombers to go further forward as it goes up there towards the full forward position. Oh, great mark to Madden. Interchange
coming on.
Hawker coming on and
Thompson off.
Thompson off. Well, a couple of mistakes. That mistake Thompson made on Judge a moment ago would have been the cause of that. Now Madden's got a chance to put their second goal on the board. He's about 40 metres out directly in front. They badly need this goal to lift the team's morale. There it is. It's a goal and a beauty. So Essendon are now 2 goals, 12 points to Hawthorn, 4 goals for 28.
Well, one of the strengths of the Essendon side is the fact that you're able to take a player like Madden out of the ruck. As we watch on replay, Terry Daniher take it and able to play on, swing it across. And Madden, when he does come out of the ruck, he's not just an ordinary player up forward. He's a very, very dangerous player.
Just over the 12-minute mark, 16 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn. Torbett this time. Burns' nose is bleeding pretty badly as we see Hazard try to go through the pack, couldn't get through, and the umpire's found a free kick. It'll go there to Hazard. He's clear. He drives the ball up there towards Madden again. He's got it. Got away from Helen, who could be the doubtful player up there in defence. Lacks a bit of pace. And of course, Madden now going for goal number 2, only about 30 metres out on a slight angle. And this will put them within striking distance again. With 10 points the difference, there's the kick on its way, but this time he's up target and through for 1 point. So it's 15 points the difference now as we approach the 13-minute mark of this first quarter, the second semi-final for 1984 on a capacity house, not a capacity house, but it's well over the 70,000 mark. DiPierdomenico grabbed that one at half-back.
DiPierdomenico playing on, kick up towards half-forward. Brereton got 2 hands to the ball, couldn't mark it. Hawker, well tackled by Curran and drops it. And umpire Russo deciding on a ball up at left half-forward flank for Hawthorn. 15 points the difference in the first quarter, which has been in progress, 13.5 minutes. Merritt and McCarthy, won by Merritt. Essendon winning well in the ruck. McCarthy goes over, ball scooped back to Walsh. He's well tackled by Loveridge. Held it for a minute, umpire calls play on. Baker tries to get clear, and it will be a bounce just wide of the practice wicket area. Keep our fingers crossed the rain stays away. Football pretty good at the moment. Byrne and Merritt. Won by Byrne almost. Baker. High kick doesn't travel very far up towards centre wing. Robertson gets there first in front of Williams, but it's out of bounds, and it will be a boundary throw in on the centre wing position. Byrne and Merritt. Merritt gets the front position. Oh, bad throw in that one. Watson in the thick of things. Baker dives over the top of his teammate. A chance for who's on the boundary line there? Is it Watson again? Another boundary throw in. So that's 3.
Easy move by the Essendon forward. And Daniher has gone to full forward. Madden out to centre half forward. And obviously they're just going to keep rotating, not stay in those positions for long.
Harvey. Quick kick. Marked by O'Halloran in front of Madden this time. And Donnell, I don't know what his idea there was. I suppose to stop him running on. O'Halloran, short of left centre wing, and gets around him, decides to go for a run. Rather playing very confidently, up towards centre half forward. Curran can't take the mark. Essendon defenders combining well, but there's Russo. He's already kicked the goal up towards full forward, and a good safe mark is taken by Clark, who goes wide. He's gone for a pass out for Merritt. That's okay. Merritt on the run at right half back, tips it up towards centre field on his own. Williams, no Hawthorn player within 10 metres, tuck chasing. Williams long to full forward. Madden and O'Halloran. Madden again, sock it off the ground. Lester Smith in trouble. They should hustle it through if they got any brains. And it will be a ball up. Ooh.
Yes, Lester Smith should have put it right through in the first place.
So a bounce, 1 metre out from goal. Maybe they'll try it this time. Knocked down to Daniher, picked up by O'Halloran. Ball scooped out wide. Here's a chance now for Watson. Left foot snapshot is right across the face of goal. Knocked away by Lester Smith. He recovers well. Boots Hawthorn up towards their half-back line, with the kick dropping a little bit short, and the mark is taken there by Baker.
Baker with the ball now, well within kicking distance, only about 40 metres out, just on the 16-minute mark. And the Bombers trailing by 15 points. They're bouncing back after a bad start. There it is on its way. Won't quite make the distance, or it hit the post. It might be through for 1 point. It is. So it's 14 points the difference now.
So Lester Smith would have breathed a sigh of relief. Had the chance of going towards the boundary, and for some reason went up the centre of the ground.
Ball back into play again. Punched on by McCarthy. Grabbed that time by Wood. It's a high kick to Daniher. Flies, couldn't hold the mark. Backing up well as Lester Smith. He's playing a great first quarter. Gone for the boundary line this time, and it's out of bounds. So it's out of bounds about 50 metres around from the Essendon goal. And they're 2 goals, 2-14 to Hawthorn, 4-4-28. Waiting for the ball to come back into play. Mervyn in the front posse. Got the heave that time, and the umpire said it could be a free kick to. I think he might have helped it a bit.
Yes, it could have been a ward performance, that one.
Still, if he can get away with it, that's the name of the game. And Mervyn would be at least 50 metres out. We see Madden and O'Halloran having a bit of a bustling match there. The kick on its way. It's a long kick into the goal where Madden sets himself. Lester Smith once again punches it through, plays it safe, and it's through for another point. So it's 2 goals, 3-15 Essendon to Hawthorn, 4-4-28. A difference of 13 points. Oh, bad kick. A chance now for Harvey with a hand pass back there to Ezard. The little fella fires at the goals. Oh, it's off target again. And it's through for another point. So it's 12 points the difference. And they're certainly bombarding the goals after a bad start, Bob.
Essendon have really taken control of the actual ball play in the last few minutes. We find a penalty. Simon Madden being too close to O'Halloran, but O'Halloran now kicking from about half back.
It's out there, punched away by Ono. I think he might pay that mark to Merritt. He said, yes, it's a mark, even though I think he might have been playing on.
Certainly played on.
But it's a mark there to McCarthy. Quick hand pass out wide, and Muse got the ball on the wing position. Now Hawthorn go back into attack over their half-forward line.
Knocked away from Walsh, but a chance for Duckworth. Russo. Oh, hit Byrne right in the eye. Won't help his nose too much, or thereabouts. And Michael Byrne in the wars so far.
Nose is certainly bleeding pretty badly, isn't it?
His eyes as well.
I don't know where he got, who hit him. Noticed that one. Probably was an accident. Oh, yes,
usually are.
Wood. Little short kick. It's okay. Watson takes a strong mark and played on, same as McCarthy did. And the umpire also giving him the benefit of the doubt. Now he plays on once more. Fires it out towards centre field. Ezard on his own. Great pass. Robertson chasing, but he won't catch him. Daniher. He's caught. Hurried hand pass. Williams. Long hand pass back. Up to Neagle. He's already kicked one. Can he make it 2? Long shot by the Essendon centre man is, I think, off target. Yes, it is, and through for 1. No, it's out of bounds. So Neagle was probably the easier of the 2 shots. The other one was a gem. A free kick to Hawthorn. Loveridge on to Lester Smith, who's played a good first quarter so far. Gets tripped up. Umpire calls play on. Picked up by Judge. Judge on to Robertson, who's been out of the play, but he was named in the back pocket.
He's playing there too, Pete.
Curran goes the knock on. Matthews can't take the mark. Now he's clear, Matthews. He's gone for a pass down towards full forward pocket. Trying to find Brereton, but the ball too wide for him and out of bounds. It will be a boundary throw in forward pocket left for Hawthorn at the 19.5-minute mark.
I think I've got the feeling that Duckworth and Matthews will clash before the day's over. You know that? I don't know what it is.
They've got plenty of respect for each other, I think, Lou. Knocked away by Byrne on this occasion. Now Robertson has it. Gets it to DiPierdomenico. Around Neagle, but only just. Good tackle. Neagle now the chance. Baker. No, it was Weston. Up to Mew. Knock on by Ezard. No one there, though. It's out of bounds. And a boundary throw in right half forward flank for Essendon. Been listening to you too much there, I think.
Could be. It's contagious, you know.
This rendition of the Mountie song I've ever heard of the bunch. Madden and McCarthy. Watson. Loose ball. Harvey should get there first, I think, if the Shepherd is on. Oh, good intercept by Curran. Can't get it to a teammate. Now Gary Ayres picks it up. The kick is a high one up towards centre wing. DiPierdomenico comes in, has it knocked away from him. A chance for Williams. Scoops it up pretty well. Up to half forward. Folds it there. Loveridge, though, beats him to it and takes a good mark.
Strong mark by Loveridge out there at half back, just over the, just on the 21-minute mark. And the difference is 12 points. The ball back towards the centre of the ground. Good mark there to Walsh. Judy's had a lot of faith in this young fellow. He's been criticised too. He said call play on. Ah, well tackled. Nearly holding the ball, but the umpire said no. Down goes Judge. Plenty of hard tackling as we see Neagle go down. They pounce on top of him. And the ball is finally driven away there. A short pass. In goes Green. Couldn't get clear. He's grabbed again, but he finally gets a kick. Down there towards Matthews and Duckworth. Matthews goes down. This gives Duckworth a break down there in the back pocket. Oh, he nearly copped one. As the ball goes back to the big fella. Mervyn with a hand pass back there to Neagle. A fumble. Neagle gets the ball back to Weston. Weston out there at half back. Shoots the ball long out there towards Hazard and Daniher. Punched on by Daniher to the boundary line. The ball is out of bounds. So the Bombers really settling down now. They're playing a lot more determined football. 12 points the difference. Just on the 22-minute mark of this first quarter. The second semi-final of the big league. Matthews and Duckworth. I should imagine it'll be on for Young and Old before it's over. There's Wallace trying to break clear the pack, but Baker's got him, and the umpire said he had no chance of getting rid of it, and there'll be a ball up. Ball up out there on that half-forward line for Essendon, about 70 metres out from their goal. Madden got the knockdown. A hurried kick by Swab back to Neagle. They swamp him there. He can't get clear. Umpire said it's hold the ball.
That's what I call harsh.
Pretty tough on him. He made the move. It's DiPierdomenico. Oh, there's a free kick. It'll go back there to Neagle. He was knocked after DiPierdomenico tried to break clear by a Hawthorn player. Didn't quite get the Hawthorn player that did it. McCarthy, and a good decision by the umpire. So we see Neagle ready to send them deep into attack from that half-forward flank. It's a long kick up there up to centre half-forward. Madden couldn't hold the mark. Down goes Loveridge. A hand pass comes out to Williams. A fumble. Finally, it's Wood breaking clear. Usually a pretty long kick for goal. He'll probably have a pot shot here. It's a long kick, but he's off target, and the ball will be out of bounds on the full. And a penalty free kick to go down there to Mew. And we're just on the 23-minute mark. 12 points the difference.
Ball up towards centre wing. Harvey and Schwab. Good hip and shoulder by Neagle. DiPierdomenico up ends him into the fence. In front of his ears, and a strong mark.
Tell you what, Peter, Neagle's playing a pretty solid game out there.
Neagle's doing well.
It's a good duel. They're both doing well.
But Essendon playing probably the better football after the opening 10-minute onslaught by Hawthorn. Robertson. Hawthorn breaking down across the centre at the moment. Folds. That was a shocking kick. Folds' kick up towards half forward. Daniher. Good pissed away by Mew. Watson. Clark. Daniher in front. Can't take the mark. Madden, oh, lovely knock on to Hazard on the goal.
Great play by Madden. Sensational play.
A wonderful piece of play by Simon Madden. And Essendon really applying pressure at the moment. Hawthorn, although they started and really controlled the game early in the piece, it's Essendon who are doing the better, playing the better football at the present moment. As we see Hazard put it right through the centre, but the full credit must go to Simon Madden.
He's already kicked one goal himself, Madden, and certainly had a hand in that one. Daniher on the ground for his first run of the day, and Donnell has been taken off. Just about into the time-on period now. 6 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn, but Essendon coming right back and looking the better side at the moment. Byrne and Merritt. That's in the back. No, says the umpire. Merritt, clever knock on. Intercepted by Mew. His kick is a short one up to half-forward. Curran takes the grab. His first mark of the day. Gives it over to Russo. Russo has to get around an opponent. Steady, shoots at goal. It's close. Off target, though. Not through. Duckworth had it and then lost it. It's through for one behind. That makes the difference now. 7 points in favour of Hawthorn. Duckworth brings the ball back into play at the 25-minute mark of the term. Wood and Russo knocked away by the Hawthorn player. Weston, close to the boundary line, fires out the hand pass to Wood. He's well tackled by Michael Tuck. Lister Smith fumbles. The chance for Essendon. A knock on, though, was successful. Out to Robertson. Robertson to Curran. Curran then turned to Lister Smith, who was caught. Tuck gets his kick in. Close to the boundary line. It bounces just inside, and it will be a boundary throw in right forward pocket for the Hawks. Boundary throw in about 15 metres around from the behind post. McCarthy and Merritt knocked it straight down to Matthews, who has a shot at goal and puts it out of bounds, I think. Yes, it will be a boundary throw in, this time right next to the behind post.
Just on the 26-minute mark of this quarter. It'll be a short one. Pretty low scoring quarter. 7 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn. The ball back into play again. Knocked out by Merritt. Matthews with a spin out the pack, snaps at goal, but old Lethal's off target that time, and it's through for 1 point. So the difference now 8 points. 30 plays 22, and the Bombers playing a lot better after a very shaky start. Out it goes now to Wood and Russo. Russo flies, got his hand, but Wood used better anticipation. He goes down as he tries to get out of the back. A hand pass back to the Flying Dutchman, Daniher. Over it goes again, and it's Bowles driving it across to centre half forward. Flying, oh, great mark there to O'Halloran. O'Halloran takes the mark and a 15-metre penalty against Hurd. Could be another one. So it's nearly 30 metres. Now he's bringing him back. A short pass, it'll be okay. Byrne out there bleeding from the nose. Umpire's calling it back. There's the 30-metre penalty. I thought it would have been double.
To the side.
Well, it is a bit of bad umpiring that time. We don't criticise the umpires too frequently. The ball goes back there towards the full forward position. Players set themselves. Matthews got his hands but couldn't hold the mark. Back it comes now towards Brereton. He's having a bit of trouble getting clear. Ball knocked out again. Weston tucks there too, tries to get it out. Kicked off the ground by Nobby Clark. A short pass to Matthews from Russo. It's all right, and he's well within kicking distance.
Lovely piece of play by Peter Russo. He had a quick look. I thought was going to have a shot at goal in the first place, but he saw Matthews on his own, and a superb pass by Peter Russo.
Well, he's only about 15 metres out, if that, directly in front. And of course, Hawthorn in front by 8 points. There's the kick on its way. He doesn't miss those, Matthews, and it's through for a goal. So that's his first. Hawthorn 5 goals, 6:36 to Essendon 3-4-22.
So Leigh Matthews first came from Chelsea, and Hawthorn very lucky in that period to get a number of players from down that particular zone. And on replay we watch Leigh Matthews put the ball. We don't see him put the ball through, but a great goal, good play by Russell.
28 minutes gone, 12 points the difference. Byrne against Merritt. Byrne won that one. Wallace gets it on to Lester Smith. High to half forward. Brereton has it knocked away from him. Curran goes for the punch on. That's okay. Fumbled by Clark, just about caught by Brereton. The umpire calls play on. Tuck. A hurried hand pass. Walsh diving on top of the ball. No one making any headway here. And there will be a bounce at centre half forward for Hawthorn.
It's obvious, Pete, that both umpires are letting things flow a bit. They're not playing titty-touch with free kicks.
Well, that's sensible, Bob, isn't it? Especially in finals. Bounce at half forward for Hawthorn.
What's wrong with his nose?
Close to the quarter-time siren. Merritt can't get it away from the pack. Williams grabbed by 2 Hawthorn players, and umpire Russo again having not much option but to once again ball it up.
Not much chance to crash through a packy today, Pete, is there?
How's that, Lou?
Well, they're finding it very difficult because they're all tackling pretty well.
So far, the tackling has been good. So, bounce again. Merritt gets 2 hands to it on that occasion. Clark goes for the punch on. Green. A fairly quiet quarter for Green. The bounce doesn't favour Hawker. And he fumbles. Now DiPierdomenico's got it. Spins out. A long shot at goal. Matthews is there. Can he mark it? No, just a little bit too long for Leigh. Kicks it in play. Curran backs him up. Out of bounds, I think.
That reminds me of the day that Harms knocked the ball back in that grand final against Collingwood, and they won the game through that knock back to Sheldon, Bob.
Similar piece of play, yes.
Daniher in front. No mark. Just about had it. Walsh caught. Gets it to Daniher, though. He came on about the 15-minute mark. Good smother by Brereton. Picked up by Russo. Clark again. Oh, runs into his teammate. Now he gets it back. He's caught this time. Holding the ball, no, or too high, or a ball up. Which one is it? It's a ball up at the 30-minute mark at the court.
Ball up about 55 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. They're in front by 14 points. Knocked out by the big fella Merritt, going for the boundary line, and it's out of bounds. Still about 60 metres around from the Hawthorn goal. Hawthorn have bounced back again after a bit of a lull there, after a good start. Merritt and having a tussle there with McCarthy. McCarthy actually got it down to Loveridge. Finally, it's picked up by Williams. A high kick. There's the siren to end the first quarter of the second semi-final for 1984 on the big league. We see Essendon 3 goals, 4-22 to Hawthorn 5 goals, 6-36.
Well, Simon, that's the first quarter. Hawthorn 14-point lead, which turned out to be the biggest lead for the entire match. What were your thoughts at quarter time?
Yeah, look, it's interesting because never wanted to go into quarter time down from Hawthorn because they've, as I said, very good side. Always like to have a lead on them. So yeah, it was I suppose we're a bit nervous at this stage. You look at it was 7 shots to 11. Yes. It's at a 14-point lead. Now that's not, of course, not insurmountable. It's fairly close. I think Hawthorn had most of the play. I think the tackling was very, very good from Hawthorn in that first quarter, as was always in probably any of the games we played against them. The tackling was very good. But yeah, I'd say a little bit of intensity in the game, a bit of worry going into a quarter time like that. But as you said, 14-point lead is not too much. It's interesting to see some of those players. You look back at Brereton with the original red hair. That's its original colour.
It's those players with all their hair that I'm looking at.
And you look at, what about Dipper? Didn't have the moustache. Unbelievable. And short hair. And it's surprising me to just see a very young Mark Harvey playing there. I think that was his first or second season. And now he's, of course, is one of the stalwarts of Essendon side.
And, of course, another of the survivors of 1996 is Rowan Sawyers, the umpire that was a younger version of Rowan Sawyers in that particular game.
Yeah, well, I suppose he's probably wouldn't be copping the abuse now that he did back then, because they're very much more stricter on the on the way you can talk to an umpire these days, and we used to have a fair few conversations back then, especially in the centre bench.
Yeah, and we saw later in the quarter that Michael Byrne had just a badly bleeding nose. Well,
funny about that. I wonder how that happened.
Now, was that you or Roger?
I'd claim Roger did that. he was in the ruck in the later stages of the quarter.
In 1996, he'd be off the ground with the blood riddle.
Yeah, I suppose that's the changing times, of course, and we've got used to that. And originally it was to be a bit of a problem with the teams changing the player, but now it seems to have worked its way out. But yeah, that would have been a big change, especially for a big fella back then, because we had a fair few tools in our side, and there was Payton and Byrne, who were probably the main tools in the Hawthorn side back then. But you're going into that second quarter. I'm sure Sheed, I can't remember the exact words, but Sheeds would have been saying, well, that's not too bad considering only for, as you know, the coaches say, you being the coach.
Still in the balance, isn't it?
Yeah, there's not much to go.
I think it occurred to me 12 years ago, we're talking here, that the difference in the players just aren't as frenetic about wanting to play on quite as quickly as in 1996.
I think you've seen that over football over the years, at each, say, 5-10 years, you just see that there is that more speed in getting rid of the ball. That you look back in the 50s and you say they just lolled back, they just strolled back. Looking back there, that seems very slow. The players these days are very back off the mark, and they feed the ball off so much quicker with a handball, and the players, when they're receiving it, are really moving much faster. So I think even in that time, you've seen a real change in the pace of the game. Yeah,
it's a very different game, but I must say the first quarter, as this turned out to be, was the freer flowing of all the quarters. The match only got tighter and got hotter as it went on. So,
definitely hotter and tighter, yes.
So let's go back to the second quarter.
Daniher, Madden, all of those players playing top games.
Second quarter coming up now from the MCG. Umpire Ian Robinson comes in to bounce the ball. The second quarter of the 1984 second semi-final, with Hawthorn leading by 12 points, 5-6 to 3-4. Knocked down by Byrne, tries to find Tuck. DiPierdomenico, short to half forward, and the mark taken by Weston, or Folds. Back to centre wing. Watson getting underneath it and takes the mark. He hasn't done much so far.
Second kick, Pete.
Yeah, that's not a great one either. Up to Izzard, who's kicked a goal. Izzard wobbles the punt kick up towards full forward. At the back is Madden, can't complete the grab. Through the legs of Schwab, backing up as Lester Smith. He finds Green, who had a very quiet first term like Watson. Izzard takes the mark, plays on. Don't know why he did that. Maybe it was touched, and that's a free kick or a mark to Watson.
It was touched off the boot, Pete.
Watson too. He's played on. Hooks it up towards the goals and punched through, I think, for one behind. Yes, it has been, so that makes the difference now. 11 points in favour of Hawthorn. Now Hawthorn to do the kicking in. Favours the members' stand side. He's trying to find Curran. He doesn't take the mark. Neagle's off. He could score from there. Long shot by the Essendon centre man is a goal. So 2 goals to Neagle, and Essendon really looking the goods now. The Bombers 4-5-29, Hawthorn 5-6-36.
A wonderful piece of play by Neagle, and you can see there determination written all over Neagle's faces. On replay now, we watch a lovely kick, and Neagle really looked a determined play.
Essendon getting the first goal in the second quarter, coming right back at Hawthorn, slowly wearing them down. 7 points only in favour of Hawthorn now after that goal by Neagle. His second, pumped 25 metres by Roger Merritt up to half forward. Down goes Ayres with one in the back. The umpire calls play on. The hand pass comes to Lester Smith. His kick is out towards centre wing. Walsh and Folds are there. The bounce doesn't favour Walsh, but Folds goes for the knock on. He might have knocked it too far for Wood, actually. Is it out of bounds? Yes, it is. And a boundary throw in on centre wing.
Out of bounds. 7 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn. Quick goal by Neagle. That's his second for the game. He's been pretty good out there, having a great battle with DiPierdomenico. Ball back into play again. Mervyn couldn't get that one. Burns spins out of the pack. Balks gets a hand pass back there to Wallace. The ball back across to centre half. Well, not a good kick by Wallace. Little Loveridge. And Clark. It's Loveridge grabbing the ball, but Clark won't give in now. It's Matthews. Grabbed by Duckworth. A great tackle. Oh, Judge nearly copped one as Nobby Clark gets the ball out again. Goes after. It's finally picked up by Harvey, but he runs into pretty trouble. Gets the kick. Ball punched away that time by Williams. Chance now for Wallace to pick it up. He grabs it. Oh, he actually threw that one out to Burn. They're messing about Hawthorn. They're gone down there in that position. The umpire will ball this one up. They took a fortnight to get rid of it then. The crowd not too happy about the decisions, but I reckon the umpire was right. Oh, they had a touch of the fumbles badly. It'll be Burn against, there'll be a free kick to Burn against Merritt. And he looks pretty battered too with that blood nose.
But he wishes Ian Payton was on the bench.
You see the ball now at centre half forward, and Burn will go for the long kick, but their two high flyers haven't marked too well today, Carron and Brereton so far. There it is on its way. It's a high one. McCarthy in the front posse. The ball hits the deck. Hawker's grab, gets a wild hand pass out. Wood overruns the ball. Down goes Russo. Plenty of fumbling as Curran gets a hand pass to Matthews. Another one over to Brereton. A snap at goal, but it won't make the distance. As they go now for Neagle to go the knock-on. DiPierdomenico right down there in the forward pocket. Spins out of the pack beautifully. Straightens up, fires it for the goals, and that'll be through. What a beauty by DiPierdomenico. A ripper. That's his second.
Well, it's an amazing duel out there on that wing. Neagle has kicked 2 goals. DiPierdomenico, excuse me, now with 2 goals. And both players doing a wonderful job for their side.
Well, he's the Hercules of Hawthorn, no doubt about that.
You watch this doing down there?
I think he's wandered down the ground with his opponent, and I think that's where Essendon, are falling into the trap of bringing Hawthorn defenders, good players, into the play.
Just over 4 minutes gone in the second quarter. 29 players, 42 in favour of Hawthorn. Robertson, he's been fairly quiet so far. Long kick up towards right half forward flank. Weston and McCarthy racing for it, but the ball beating both of those players, and it will be a boundary throw in at right half forward flank for the Hawks.
Well, both defences, Peter, not taking any chances. No one attempt to mark in defence. They're going for the punch all the time.
Notice the Essendon runner out talking to Paul Daniher, possibly saying, don't bring the Essendon Hawthorn defenders down that far.
Tuck trying to pick it up. Brereton, just about had his head pulled off. And he'll take a free kick at right half forward flank, a long way from goal. Would be a mammoth kick to score from there. While standing on the mark, Brereton's shot will just about land in the 10-metre square or wide of it. Bit of interference there. The umpire says, though, it is all clear for one behind. Taking the Hawthorn score along to 6-7. They lead Essendon 4-5. Duckworth will kick the ball clear of hand and foot and nearly dropped it. Now he has to go back because his teammate, I think Merritt, was too near. Duckworth this time going for a pass. He's looking for Neagle. DiPierdomenico goes to punch on, or punch away. Picked up by Hawker. Hawker twisting and turning, looking for a lead, and he's found one. Not his own out there is Shane Hurd. Hurd at right half back, finds Harvey on centre wing, and Harvey's well clear of any opponent. Plenty of time to run. Down towards half forward, and a good mark taken by Daniher, about 40 metres out from goal. Daniher goes for a pass. Essendon looking the goods at the moment. The lead from Madden is a gem and a mark. Can he mark a ball this bloke? Vice President of the VFL Players Association, stand back, I'm coming through. And Madden has a chance to bring up his second goal. He's already had a hand in 2. He knocked on to Ezard for a goal. That wobbly left foot kick is usually pretty effective. Usually. 1 point. He hooked that one. So a point to Simon Madden. 4-6 to 6-7.
13 points the difference. 6.5 minutes gone of the second quarter in favour of Hawthorn. There we see Byrne going for a pass around towards the wing position. DiPierdomenico and Neagle still fighting it out. In goes Wallace, tries to get a hand pass. DiPierdomenico using plenty of rough tactics there. The umpire said play on as the ball goes out of bounds. Hawthorn crowds appealing for a free kick to DiPierdomenico. But the umpire not having a bar of that. It's out of bounds up towards Essendon's half forward, but a good distance out from their goal. Byrne and Merritt for the knockout. Knocked out by Merritt, picked up by Harvey, runs back into Byrne. And then we see little Ezard trying to get through the pack. He's dropping the ball. And a good tackle that time by Wallace. Wallace out there at half forward. And the difference, 13 points in favour of the Hawks. The ball goes up there towards their half forward line. Punched out by Walsh. Tuck gets a hurried kick. Back over the half forward line. Loveridge and Clark having a battle. Hits the deck now. Picked up by Hawker. He spins out of the pack. Cops one. His kick is not a long one, but it's okay and marked here by Neagle. He and DiPierdomenico having a great battle out there. They've both kicked 2 goals up to this stage of the match from the wing position. Punched down. Oh, there's a strong mark to Daniher in front of Ayres. Quickly plays on. Shoots the ball across to centre half forward. Wood having a battle there with Russo. A hand pass from Hawthorn over to Russo. Now Hawthorn swing back into attack. It's a long kick in front of Judge. Couldn't hold the mark. And then we see thrown to the ground was False. Streaking through the pack. Good play by Walsh. A short pass. It'll be okay. And the mark taken there by Daniher. He quickly plays on. Drives it up there. Robertson's got the chance to mark and does. And the racehorse shoots up with a beautiful pass out there to Russo. He's doing a pretty good job too. Russo with the ball now, a little short of the wing position. 13 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn. We approach the 8.5-minute mark. The ball back there towards centre half forward. There's a good mark taken by Tuck.
Michael Tuck, long way from goal, just off the centre circle actually. He can kick a ball long. He's certainly done that. That's a good 60 metres. Walsh at the back though takes the safe grab.
I think the Hawthorn players didn't realise how far it was going, Pete.
No, Walsh read it pretty well though. Folds and Curran. Folds has had the better of that duel so far. And Wood has played fairly well for Essendon too. The former Richmond skipper onto Folds. Folds' kick around the centre wing position. Not a good pass. Watson. Lovely ball. Oh, ran straight into his opponent, but it's out of bounds. I think he'd be caught that easily. Boundary throw in on centre wing. Byrne and Weston knocked away by Byrne. Curran and Folds. Folds has worn him like a jumper. Wood again fumbles but gets the hand pass out to Ezard, whose kick is short, and getting underneath the ball is Schwab to take a safe mark for Hawthorn. And gets crashed to the ground, so I would imagine the 15-metre penalty would apply, would it? Yes, it is. That will bring Schwab up to centre wing. Schwab looking for Tuck or McCarthy. Tuck's got it. Looks for a hand pass onto Loveridge. Loveridge steadies long towards full forward. Good mark to Duckworth. And Duckworth taking the safe grab at the last line of the bench.
And Duckworth doing a pretty good job on Leigh Matthews. The hand pass comes out now. Chance umpire call play. There's an infringement by play, but this is Neagle streaking around the wing. He's playing a great game and a great tussle with DiPierdomenico. Oh, there's a great mark to Timmy Watson. Too strong that time for Lester Smith. Out there at half forward. Neagle again. Back to Watson. This looks dangerous. He's going to go for a run. He better kick it now. He straightens up. Fires at the goals. But he's up target and through for 1 point. So it's Essendon 4 goals, 7-31. Trailing Hawthorn by 12 points, 6-7-43. The ball back into play again. Off the top of the pack, a chance now for Brereton to break clear. Taps the ball over to DiPierdomenico. Grabbed too high that time by Walsh, but he stopped him in his tracks. It was a good tackle because he was up and running, Bob.
Yes, he had to stop him, and there was if he didn't tackle and didn't stop him, then they would have been on down the ground.
Well, okay, the free kick going to DiPierdomenico plus a 15-metre penalty, so he could land this right in the goal square. They want a couple of those Hawthorn high players to take a mark. They haven't done so. Yet a short pass, a dangerous one. No, it's okay. Matthews getting away from Duckworth, taking the mark. And he's only about 30 metres out from goal directly in front, and Lethal's already kicked 1 goal so far.
Harvey off and Donnell back.
And Hawthorn leading by 12 points. If he's successful with this kick, that'll put him 18 points in front. Going for goal number 2. There it is on its way. And that's another goal to lethal Leigh Matthews. And Hawthorn score moves on now to 7 goals, 7-49 to Essendon 4-7-31.
DiPierdomenico letting Walsh know that there's a goal on the board. He certainly looked down the ground and virtually said to Walsh, well, there's one for you.
Matthews lining up his shot for goal number 2. Stephen Phillips, our reporter on the ground, has just sent up for an overcoat. The wind is freshening, according to Stephen. 18 points in favour of Hawthorn at the 12-minute mark of the second quarter. Knocked away by Byrne, not decisively though. Picked up by Hurd. Up to half-forward, that's a good mark taken by Lester Smith, and it will be a 15-metre penalty. Giving away a few of these at the moment, both sides.
Also Essendon.
Lester Smith doesn't worry about the 15-metre penalty. He's gone for a pass to Schwab, could be dangerous. He's on the practice wicket area, but he can turn, gets away from Watson. Wood and Russo, oh, that's just about in the back. Free kick to Brian Wood.
He spotted it.
Yes. Lester Smith would have been far better off taking the 15-metre penalty than going across the ground like that.
Certainly hasn't turned out. Williams, oh, Mr. Sitter. Then again, they're all easy from up here. High towards the pocket. Mew and Daniher knocked away by the Hawthorn defender. It's out of bounds, and we'll see a boundary throw in left forward pocket for Essendon. The difference is 18 points. At the 13-minute mark of the second quarter, DiPierdomenico with a slight limp, I see. The trainer racing out to him. Byrne and Madden. Byrne fires out a long hand pass to Russo. That was cleverly done. Tries to get it to Wallace, who gets clear of Baker. Up towards centre wing. Brereton can't control the ball. Folds goes over. The ball out of bounds, and we'll see a throw in on centre wing.
I think DiPierdomenico would have to have a broken leg before he comes off, Bob.
So I think he only wanted to wipe the face with a towel.
Need a big towel. The ball back into play again. Knocked out by Merritt. It hits the deck, picked up by Williams out there on the wing position. He shoots the ball across there to Madden. Punch. Oh, nearly a mark. No, the umpire said play. He didn't hang on to it long enough. Here's having a bit of trouble. Goes down. He'll cop a free kick for one on the back of the head. Well, the Bomber fans are not too happy with these umpires, but the decisions are there, or the free kicks are there. And it's raining a little bit at the moment at the MCG, so that 18-point lead is looking good as it goes out there to Russo. Picked up by Byrne, shoots a hand pass out now to McCarthy. A hand pass coming over to Wallace, out wide to Russo again at half forward. A pass to Matthews, but he got away from Duckworth, but Duckworth won't give in. He's got him, but still he held the ball. Good tackle by Duckworth. They're having a great battle, these two, and of course Matthews has kicked 2 goals up to this stage of the match.
There's another great duel between those two players.
Waiting now for Duckworth, out there at half back. Going to be on for Young and Old before it's over. You can bet on that one.
15-metre penalty.
15-metre penalty. And this brings him right up to the half-back flank position. So just on the 15-minute mark of the second quarter on the big lead, 4 goals, 7:31 Essendon to Hawthorn 7:49. Duckworth in control out there as he shoots the ball back out towards the centre of the ground. Punched away by O'Halloran. Grabbed by Baker. He's hardly been sighted today too. That kick was smothered. Hawthorn going in pretty hard now. There's nearly a trip, but the umpire said another ball up out towards the wing position on the outer side of the ground. Crowd round about the 75,000 mark, I would say, today. And it's a perfect day for football. That's provided we don't get rain here. Knocked out by Matt, pushed away by Robertson, shows a lot of pace. Streaks away that time from Williams over to DiPierdomenico. This could be a goal coming up for sure as Birdie fires. What is the result? It's through for 1 point. By golly, he looks dangerous when he starts to move away from the pack.
31 plays 50, 19 points in favour of Hawthorn. Last time these two sides met at Princes Park, the match was spoilt as a spectacle by rain in the second half. So let's hope that we don't have a repetition of that here this afternoon. It's only light at the moment, but it's going to make the ball a little bit difficult to handle. Duckworth. Looks for Madden. DiPierdomenico's got the mark.
He's become a superstar, this guy. 2 years ago, he was just a battler, Bob and Pete.
Well, I think he's the perfect example to youngsters, Lou, just what can be achieved with the superb endeavour that he has.
Looks for Matthews with the pass, and good defence by Duckworth. Sees the ball over the boundary line.
Oh, golly. That's what I call a real...
He's just letting Leigh know that he's with him.
I know, I love those sort of backmen, particularly when they're on your side, Bob, don't you?
Oh, yes.
Madden and McCarthy. Picked up by Hawker. Hawker's kick is a high one, could be dangerous. 3 Hawthorn players are there. They all spoiling each other, though. And it's left to Brian Wood with the easiest kick he'll get all day. Out towards centre wing, and the mark is taken there by Schwab. Was he off?
No. No way, Pete.
I thought he was.
Well, you make up your own mind on that one. Schwab from right centre wing. Looks for Brereton. He's been well covered by Walsh at the moment. Lester Smith goes the tap on. Picked up by Robertson. Robertson to Byrne. Byrne. Oh, lovely tackle! Ridden into the ground and holding the ball.
And by the smallest player on the ground, too.
Good tackle by the little Essendon rover. Didn't see him coming or hear him. Must have light feet.
Lack of talk by the Hawthorn players there.
Yes. Nobby Clark taking the mark at right centre wing. He's gone for a pass to Foles. Foles a short pass again out to Daniher. He doesn't miss those marks. Daniher right half forward, about 50 metres from goal. He too has gone for a pass. He's looking for a big grab. The two guys are there. They both miss it. Schwab, hurried hand pass. Lester Smith, went the wrong way. Free kick to
Lester Smith.
Might have been a bit lucky there, Bob.
No, it's another head-high tackle, Pete.
Lester Smith has gone for a pass. It's a shocker. And the mark taken by Madden, who decides to play on, and that's okay. He's got it out to Weston. What's he doing up there? And the full-back is going to kick a goal.
Bad kick that time by Lester Smith, who's played a pretty good game up to the stage of the match too, Bob.
Yes, but kicks like that, Lou, there's absolutely no excuse for them whatsoever, and it's virtually handing away a goal, and a very casual approach, and absolutely no excuse for that. And replay we watch as Weston puts it through, and whilst that replay is going on, Curran off the ground, E on the ground for Hawthorn.
And I think it's Curran off the ground, Bob. So we're back at the centre bounce, just over 18 and a half minutes gone. 13 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn. DiPierdomenico to Tucker, hand pass coming out here now, not a good one. Picked up by Bowles, he runs into Wood, but it's okay. Nobby Clark gets it out to Neagle. Now the Bombers go back into attack again. A good hand pass, it's a ripper over to Hurd. Another one coming to Watson, this looks dangerous. He's doing a little bit too much, but now he straightens up to fire at the goals. It deserves one. Hit the post. Oh, he's covered in mud from head to foot, but it didn't stop him from having a breakaway that time. So it's 38 plays, 50, 12 points the difference. And Hawthorn can't get that big break as they go now. Oh, Neagle, what a ripper! Oh, the best mark of the final series, I would say, just about. Beautiful mark to Neagle. He's already kicked 2 goals. So we see Neagle now round about 50 metres out from goal. Gone for a pass, it'll be okay, and it's marked to here by Big Merritt. So Merritt's about 35 to 40 metres out from goal, on a bit of an angle, as you can see there on the screen. 12 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn. They're 50 to 38, but that could soon change with this kick from Merritt. Got a great season with the Bombers too. O'Halloran on the mark, there it is on its way, but he's hooked it. And it's through for 1 point, so it's 11 points the difference. 5 goals, 9.39. Essendon to Hawthorn, 7 goals, 8.50.
11 points in favour of Hawthorn at the 20-minute mark of the second quarter. Essendon playing in bursts. Here's wide towards the outer side, trying to find Lester Smith, and he takes the mark. Thought about going on. In fact, I thought he had just about played on, but the umpire says no. And in fact, it fires a 15-metre penalty against Brian Wood. Lester Smith brings it up towards centre field. He's trying to find Mew. Knocked away from him. Backing up as Russell Green has had a very quiet day today. Green up to half forward, only his 4th kick. Walsh and Brereton knocked away by Weston, who kicked a goal for Essendon. No one making much headway there, and the bounce will be the end result. At right half forward flank for Hawthorn, about 65 metres from their goal. 11 points the difference. We approach the 21-minute mark of the second term. Knocked down to Folds. His kick is a short one. DiPierdomenico getting one hand to it. Neagle showing a great turn of speed for the Bombers, but fumbles. He's caught. Gets the hand pass on to Ezard, who gets around Wallace. Ezard puts it high in towards centre field. There's 2 of them there, and they could have raffled it. It comes to Daniher. Daniher lobs it high. Easy mark taken there by Donnell. Essendon players running everywhere. Hawthorn defence in total disarray just for that moment. And the easy grab is taken by Baker. He's only about 15 metres out from goal.
Hawthorn having a bit of a snooze at the moment too, Peter.
Yes, as I said, their defence in total disarray there. Baker moving quickly down the ground. Shouldn't miss. He hasn't. It's a goal. Baker's first, And Essendon looking pretty good, 6-9 to 7-8 at the MCG.
It's great teamwork by the Essendon side there. They ran the ball away from half-back and into the centre to Terry Daniher. On replay now we watch as Daniher takes the mark. And Essendon have done a great job in containing those real running players of Hawthorn, such as Russell Green. Shane Hurd hasn't had a lot of kicks himself, but he's certainly put Green out of business.
Essendon are within 5 points now at the 22-minute mark of the second term, and there's a free kick to Hawthorn from the centre bounce. It will be taken by Michael Byrne. The Essendon player obviously had gone over the line. So Byrne to put Hawthorn into attack.
It's a long kick over the half-forward line. Players set themselves. Grabbed out of the pack by Walsh. A hand pass back to Matt, back to Walsh again. And they take the ball away from the danger zone. Watson got the chance to mark. Fumble that one, try to get up too high, but he recovers beautifully. A hand pass coming out there to Ezard. Over to Daniher. Another one back to Hard to Williams. Back it goes to Daniher. He's tackled at the trip. Umpire said it might be a trip. Yes, it is. It'll be a free kick to him. I thought he got him a bit low.
I thought he grabbed him by the waist in the first place.
We'll see that again, Bob, and see what you think of the umpire's decision.
He grabbed him by the waist first. He finished up around the feet, see?
He's got him by the legs for sure.
Eventually, but I would have paid the fair tackle.
Okay, a chance now to put the Bombers in front. They're trailing by 5 points. The Flying Dutchman with the ball. Daniher right on the kick-off mark. Directly in front of him to fall over to miss this one. There it is on its way, and it's a goal. So the Bombers have hit the front. The first time for the match at the 23.5-minute mark of the second quarter. 7 goals, 9:51. Essendon to Hawthorn, 7-8-50.
Essendon have done well to come back. They've tightened up across the half-back line. Walsh doing a wonderful job at centre half-back, and I think that Hawthorn have erred in playing Brereton. Even though he did well after getting KO'd last week, you certainly must feel the effects, and Brereton doing none of the running around that he normally does.
Well, they take Karen off. They should have taken Brereton off, left Karen out there, Bob.
Good move. Good point.
So here we go again. Essendon in front by a point for the first time for the match, and the crowd really on their feet. That's the Essendon crowd in particular. Knocked out, hurried kick by Wallace. There's a good mark taken by Hawker, but he's going to pay it. Yes, I thought so. I think Hawker's playing down there, a half-back on Judge too, Bob.
Yes, well, when Thompson was taken off the ground, Hawker came on and went straight to half-back and has curtailed Judge because he did start off in great form.
Well, that may have been a free kick to Mew for interference. The ball finally comes out, but the umpires nabbed them, and he'll ball it up out there at half-forward, about 60 metres, 70 metres out from the Essendon goal. We're just on the 25-minute mark, and Essendon in front by a point. Great recovery because they were looking a bit sick in the early part of this quarter as we see Ezard trying to get through the pack. The umpire said he had no hope of getting rid of it, and it'll be a ball up. Around about the same position, about 65 metres out from goal. Looking a lot better, the Bombers. Knocked out by Madden, grabbed here by Baker, a hand pass out to Daniher. This looks dangerous, a shot at goal, it'll be good. It'll be a goal. So there's 7 points in front. At a time on by about 16 seconds. 8 goals, 9:57. Essendon to Hawthorn, 7-8-50.
And playing much better than Hawthorn at the present moment. We watch on replay. Madden gets the tap. It's well taken by Baker. A lovely hand pass wide to Daniher. And Terry Daniher doesn't need many opportunities.
5 goals this quarter to Essendon. Essendon taking Hawthorn apart at the moment. They've added 5 for the term. Hawthorn have only kicked 2. Hawthorn stars not sighted at the moment. Judge has been quiet. Brereton's been quiet. Green has been quiet.
Well, they're having trouble up forward. They've got no one to take a mark with Curran off the ground and Brereton not playing. Well, they're usually the 2 high flyers. But that's their biggest problem down there. And Matthews well covered by Duckworth.
Knocked away by Byrne. Picked up by Russo. He gives it to Tuck. Tuck's high kick up to half forward. McCarthy in front has it punched away from him. Essendon doing nothing wrong at the moment. Russo to DiPierdomenico. He's certainly trying. DiPierdomenico's kick is close. It's a goal, Bertie! 3 goals to Bertie, by far Hawthorn's best player. And Hawthorn come a little bit closer, 8-9 to 8-8 at the MCG.
When you say that, Pete, he's their best player, but Neagle's playing a fine game on him too, Bob.
Yes, both players have been wonderful for their side. But Russo, who got the hand pass out to DiPierdomenico then, he too has been a great player for Hawthorn.
Badly needed goal kicked by Hawthorn. Hawthorn bench looking a little bit down at the moment. 27 minutes gone, 1 point the difference in favour of Essendon. Pumped away by Madden, he's trying to find Hurd, picked up by Baker. I think it was Baker up to half forward. The mark was taken by Daniher. It's gone very wide. Chance for Merritt. Gets around Green, bad hand pass, lets Wallace in. He's well tackled by Hurd though. Green go off the ground. Sensible way to do it, up towards centre wing. Brereton and Walsh has had him nailed so far. Hardly given Brereton a kick. And we'll see a ball up on centre wing. Ball up. And the time on period by 2.5 minutes. A bounce on centre wing. Byrne and Madden. And by the Essendon ruckman, picked up by Walsh. He's gone for a hand pass. It was an underground one. Finally, it's Williams' kick. It's a short one. Good smother there by Chris Muir, and he gets it to Robertson, who's also been fairly quiet today. Back to Loveridge.
And Loveridge drives the ball over the half-forward line. Pack fly off. Brereton got his hand with Matthews. Goes down. They collar him. He had no hope of getting clear, and the umpire said it'll be a ball up. 28 minutes gone. A point the difference in favour of the Bombers. It's been a great game. We've seen actually 3 great games in the final, Pete.
We have so far.
Another one. This is no exception. Ball up there at half forward, about 70 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. There's a wild kick out of the pack. I think Walsh kicked that one, and it's over the line, just about an out of bounds on the centre wing position. Interchange player there. That's Baker going off, and I think it's Harvey coming on. 57 plays, 56 in favour of Essendon. A hurried kick that time by Ezard back towards Robertson. He can't pick the ball up. Finally it goes to Daniher, well tackled by Robertson. Back it goes to West, crashes his way through the pack, stumbles a little bit. There's a bit of a box on behind play there. And a long kick that time by Rodney Eade up there towards the full forward position. Punched out again by Duckworth. A chance for Wallace, but it was stopped that time by Brereton. It was a bad kick. Chasing after the ball and tapping it on nicely. That time was Hawker over to foul, but the ball is out of bounds.
Strange they were after Robertson, wasn't it?
Yeah. Out of bounds.
Wonder why.
Well, I suppose some of them have got long memories. Because it happened here, I think, in last year's grand final. I can remember, I'm not quite sure about the incident. As we see Wood grab the ball, but he's tackled by Judge, who's gone out of the game. He's been well covered by Hawker. Out it goes to Daniher. Down there at half-back, takes a wide turn. Crowd giving him the raspberry. That wouldn't worry him as we see a great fly for the mark by Daniher, and takes it out there on the wing. Wood down. Ball back across towards centre half forward. O'Halden and Merritt go down. There's a chance now for Swab to pick it up, but bounces right. He's gone for a hand pass. It could be dangerous. Robertson and Swab both hesitated, particularly Robertson that time, and the ball is forced through for 1 point. Wood limping badly, so he looks as though he could be going off the ground. That'll be a bit of a blow. It's 8 goals 10 to 8 goals 8. 2 points the difference. 15-metre penalty against Essendon for the kick-off. That's the second time it's happened today. So we're right at the 30-minute mark, and the Bombers leading by 2 points as Wood goes off the ground.
A great quarter by Essendon as Tuck takes it at half-back for Hawthorn. Tuck streaming downfield, long kick towards their centre-half forward position. Matthews has to go the punch away from Duckworth, but it comes out to Russo at half-forward. He'll look for a hand pass. No, he's gone long. Who's in the square? Brereton. He's done nothing so far. Walsh has had him covered. Brereton's got the mark. How did he get it?
Well, that's what's got to happen. Brereton's got to take a mark, Pete.
His first mark.
The siren, Pete.
Yes, the siren has gone. Let's watch it again. He looked hopelessly out of position here.
Yes, he read that beautifully, Brereton. Kept his eye on the ball all the way.
It's his, I'll check with our statistician, his first mark. First mark at the half-time siren, and a chance to put Hawthorn in front. Only his 4th kick might give him some confidence if he kicks it, and the result is a goal, so Hawthorn will lead at half-time. But a great quarter by Essendon nonetheless. Hawthorn 9-8-62, Essendon 8-10-58.
Well, Simon, I can almost feel the tension re-watching that particular vision.
Well, that was a better quarter for Essendon, of course. We kicked 5 goals and got right back into the game. But those last few minutes, I think this is where Essendon started to learn from Hawthorn, because they're a very good side. You look at, I think it was Terry Daniher kicked a goal and put us about 7 points up. Then there was a goal from Dipper, who was playing a very good game, a goal late in the quarter. Then there was a little bit later your punch on Duckworth. You were playing as a forward, but in a defensive position. You've knocked the ball away from Duckworth, who was playing close on you, and ended up with Brereton getting that mark right on the siren. So we look like we're in very good contention at that stage of the game. And you've come back with 2 goals to go in at half-time ahead. I mean, that's the type of thing that made Hawthorn a great side at that stage. And I think as Essendon, the younger side, trying to beat you, that's the type of thing we learnt from games like that.
Just trying to come up. I mean, that last mark that Dermott Brereton took in the goal square, that big mark and the big goal when the pressure was on it was really needed. That became the hallmark of his whole career.
Yeah, well, it was too. And it was interesting to hear the commentary just saying, well, he hasn't done much yet. In typical fashion, he hasn't done much yet. And just right at that stage, he ends up with a mark in the goal square that puts you ahead.
And of course, Tim Robertson was in the prime of his career then, and was mentioned on the commentary that Colin Robinson was booed there because in the 1983 grand final, of course, something happened to Tim Watson, and Colin Robinson was in the vicinity.
Yeah, Tim Watson fainted at the end of Colin Robinson's fist, maybe?
Yes, but it was, I mean, as we mentioned, this really is a great game, and it's tightened up now. There's less than a kick in it, and really the second half continues in exactly the same vein.
And I know with Kevin Sheedy, he really did not like having goals kicked in the last couple of minutes, so he would have been right into us on that.
And you can see the stats fairly even. I think the significant statistics, and it became the real problem in this period of time, is the Simon Madden got him next to me and Roger Merritt. That ruck combination was basically controlling the hit-outs against the Hawthorn ruckman, and that was really the one part of the game that Hawthorn was struggling with.
Well, you know that. Well, fair enough. I'll take some. I'll take some.
Well, don't be modest.
I'll take the credit, though. Most of those are mine. But really, it's the people on the ground around it. And Essendon was developing. I know Hawthorn, yourself, and a few others. You look at the blokes around the ball. Essendon were developing with Williams, Baker, Hawker, Neagle, Tim Watson. Those fellas on the ground around the ball. When it hit the ground, they were really very good at getting to it. So, I mean, we would have been fairly pleased at this stage going in at half time. But just those last couple of goals, I know, would have been the ones that just would have really irked the coach and probably irked some of us, because we would have tried hard. We looked really good. Terry Daniher was playing well, a few other players playing well, and we'd been able to get in front, a couple of minutes to go, you've snatched a couple of goals, and then you're back in front again.
Changed. That's the final goals right on the siren. Morale-wise are critical, aren't they? Because the side that's kicked them goes off the ground with their morale up, and they're very significant goals, and Hawthorn scored it, of course. So Hawthorn have, what is it, a 4-point lead, I think, at half-time. So let's go back and have a look at the second half.
Realistically, the Bombers might be suited by the wet. Third quarter now, the resumption of play. Hawthorn leading by only 4 points after they got a goal right on the half-time siren by Brereton, knocked away by Byrne. Tuck's knock-on not effective. He tries to barge his way through. And Williams diving on top of the ball. The umpire, I think, will ball it up. No, he's let it go. It's socked out by Curran back onto the ground. Chance for Walsh. Harvey. High kick. Well, he travels about 10 metres, but it went about 25 up in the air. Or Daniher just letting Gary Ayres know that he's there, and gets a 15-metre penalty to boot.
We're due for a burst of rain, Pete. The thunder is pretty loud out there.
Is that what it is, Luke? And it will be a free kick or a ball up. It's a free kick to Essendon to be taken by Merritt. Merritt at left half-back flank with the Bombers, chips it up towards centre wing. The pass looks okay, almost a mark to Daniher. He's certainly got a height advantage on Gary Ayres. Harvey gets around 3 of them. Up to full forward, trying to find Madden, who started at full forward this term. Baker, good hand pass to Madden. Mew gets caught. Holding the ball. No, says the umpire, it will be a bounce. About 15 metres out from the Essendon goal. Like 20. Madden can't palm it down to a rover. Tuck trying to break clear, not having much success. And once again, we'll see a bounce about 2 or 3 metres further out from goal. Still that light rain falling. It's going to make the conditions pretty greasy. Ball socket out of the pack finally. Picked up by Harvey. He fumbles, tries to get past DiPierdomenico. Not successful. 2 Essendon players collide. DiPierdomenico looking for a hand pass. No one there. Watson it was, gets the kick away. Byrne goes the punch on, picked up by Neagle. He's caught by his opponent, DiPierdomenico, who comes out with the ball. Birdie crashes his way through. Curran, now Hawthorn running. They haven't been doing that for a while. Brereton only kick number 5. A long shot at goal is pretty close, and he's put it through, I think, for his second. Great effort. So Hawthorn come back again, 10-8, 68 to 8-10, 58.
Good play on the part of Curran. That was the boy we said should be back on the ground, Bob.
Yes, also good play by DiPierdomenico as he broke that tackle, got the hand pass out to Curran. Lovely hand pass by Curran. Brereton also, I think someone must have had a word in his ear and told him he's got to start moving around that ground because he has now started to lead up and run back.
2.5 minutes gone of the third quarter. And Hawthorn in front by 10 points. Chance for Mervyn to knock this one out. Gets the knockout punched on again by Robertson. Back there to Brereton. Gets one in the back, but the umpire said no. Coming out of the pack is Walsh with the ball, but he'll ball it up around about the centre half forward position for Hawthorn. 10 goals, 8 plays, 8 goals, 10. A little bit of wind, but not a great deal. Wouldn't affect the kicking of goals. Watson gets a hurried kick back down. There's a good mark to Daniher, who played fairly well in the second quarter too. Gone for a hand pass. Oh, he's put Neagle under pressure. Goes down. Picked up by DiPierdomenico. Well tackled, but gets a hand pass out to Lester Smith. Another one coming over to Judge, who was a very quiet player in the second quarter after having a great first quarter. The ball out of bounds. I think it might be on the full, or is it a throw-in? We'll wait and see. It'll be a throw-in about 55 to 60 metres around from the Hawthorn goal. 10 points in front. The Bombers have bounced back all day. Knocked out by Byrne. Grabbed by Robertson away from over to Brown. A running shot at goal. It's a good kick. Is it coming around enough? No, it's through for 1 point. So the difference is now 11 points. 10 goals, 9-69 Hawthorn to Essendon, 8 goals, 10-58. And we're just over the 4-minute mark of the third quarter in the big lead.
Duckworth to the members' stand side. Byrne in front. Palms it down. There's no rover there. Harvey plays it in front of him. Now Curran has the chance. He too fumbles. And gives him the old heave-ho. Wallace. Now to his twin in Russo. Russo's gone for a pass to Brereton. Oh, Walsh chipped in beautifully to take it.
Had a fair game, Walsh, too, Bob.
He's done a good job at centre half-back.
Clark. Another pass to Williams, who decides to play on. Williams up towards left half-forward flank for Essendon. Daniher looks for a free kick and will get one. And the 15-metre penalty, it would appear. Certainly dished out a few of those today. Daniher's gone for a pass up towards Daniher rather. Picked up by O'Halloran. His kick is short, of chance for Essendon, but Williams doesn't get the bounce. Neither does Daniher. Wallace goes in pretty solidly. Watson lobs it high up towards half-forward flank again. 2 on 1 out there in favour of Essendon. Kept in play. Has it been? No, says the boundary umpire. It will be a throw-in the Bombers' left forward pocket. 8-10 to 10-9 in favour of Hawthorn. They've been in front most of the day. Byrne and Madden. Tuck fumbles unaccountably. Over the line again, is it? Yes, and another boundary throw to take place, this time a little bit further around, only about 5 metres in it though. Still in Essendon's forward pocket. Knocked down by Byrne. No one making any headway at all. Once again a boundary throw in, or will it be a free kick? It might be a free kick perhaps. Umpire indicating where it will be. It will be taken by Daniher, who decides to play on. Well, he's clear. Goes out wide. Beautiful lead. No, DiPierdomenico chipping in. Gets it to Ayres. And Hawthorn get clear.
A long kick. Good play by DiPierdomenico. Oh, well picked up by Duckworth. Beautiful play. A bad hand pass. Only comes from Clark back to Merritt. He fumbles the ball. Out to Duckworth again. There's a bit of a run now as we see the ball picked up by Hawker. Out there at half-forward. A pass. It's a ripper. Matt couldn't hold that. Daniher spins out of the pack. Has a hurried shot. Watson. Oh, he's down, but he'll get the penalty, but doesn't matter. He's well in front. Robertson copped him, and he's not too sweet with this Essendon crowd after last year's grand final. On the scene a bit late, but I don't think he could stop that time.
There was much in it anyway. I don't think it worries Watson, and I'm sure Watson will let him see what's happened. It's gone right through for a goal, but it was a great play by Duckworth.
Just over the, just on the 7-minute mark, it's 9 goals, 10-64 Essendon. To Hawthorn, 10-9-69, a difference of 5 points.
On replay, we see as it comes out to Hawker. Hawker puts the ball forward. Madden couldn't quite take the mark, and Terry Daniher gets the kick into the square where Watson's there waiting, and on the scene comes Robertson, but there was nothing vicious in that whatsoever.
Just over the third quarter by 7 minutes. 5 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn, so they can't get that break away from the Bombers. Well, neither ruckman got advantage that time, even though Byrne got it out. Hurried kick by Williams up towards Daniher, punched out again. Pushed on by Mew, a bit of juggling going on by both sides. Mew goes after it again, he's grabbed by Baker. Still gets a hurried kick for the boundary line. It'll beat them all and it's out of bounds. Out there on the half-forward line, about 75 to 80 metres around from the Essendon goal. They're trailing by 5 points. At about the 75,000 people here today. Crashing through the pack was Wallace, and kicked off the ground. Bob, grabbed by Judge, who's been a pretty quiet player since Hawker went on to him. Little Thompson taken off the ground. Duckworth again. Grab. Shows a bit of determination. He goes for a pass, and there's Timmy Watson. He's off like a shot. Goes for the long kick. That's the way Essendon got to get it up to Madden quickly. Punched out by Daniher. Oh, no, Howard, I should say, as the ball goes back towards the goals. Picked up here now by Lester Smith. Decides to have a bit of bounce. That's confidence, boys. He goes for a pass out wide. Coming out to meet it now is Russo, but it beats them all. The ball is out of bounds about 60 metres around from the Essendon goal on their half-forward flank position. 5 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn.
8.5 minutes gone. Daniher had a stint in the ruck. Does battle with Chris Mew, knocked away by Byrne, picked up by Russo. He gets it on the green, who's been very quiet today, but a long kick by the Hawthorn ruck rover, and a fine mark taken by Duckworth again.
Coming into the game now, Duckworth.
Duckworth out wide, looking for Hawker. Hawker fumbles, but Baker's there to back him up. He shrugs one tackle, he'll get clear. Onto Hawker. Hawker at right centre wing, plenty of time to move, and a good mark taken by Down. Preston did that pretty easily. Madden makes a lead. Not a good one, he's lost it. Here's our pin. Oh, too high, no, says the umpire. Robertson got it to the back of his opponent too. There could have been a free kick either way there. Ball up.
Well, Pete, they've been very consistent on those decisions. They let it go, and they're not favouring any side at all. 5
points the difference at the 9.5-minute mark of the quarter. Knocked down by Big Madden. Williams, a shot at goal, is well off target. It's out of bounds on the full. And a free kick will be taken by Hawthorn's David O'Haver on it. Left back pocket, he's gone for a pass. Chris Mew. And he gets a 15-metre penalty. There must have been about 40 of those today, truly. Up the centre wing. Merritt. Oh, paddles it beautifully in front of him and comes out with the ball. The Essendon ruckman goes for a pass to his partner in crime in Simon Madden, and he takes the mark at right half forward. Or forward pocket, to be more precise. He's only about 25 metres from goal. And as Lou would say, he's on the right side for a left foot. Is that okay?
Well, he's on the right side for a left footer because they hooked the ball in, Pete. And he just about kicked this one, I'd reckon. That's providing he's not a right footer.
You work out that at home, good luck to him. He's done it. That's a goal. Essendon in front again in the third quarter. Madden putting through his second goal, and the scoreboard on 7's Big League. Essendon 70, Hawthorn 69.
Yes, and the Essendon players really doing disciplined jobs around the field. Clark, Wallace is running all over the place, and Clark wearing him like a Guernsey. The same thing applies down there, no matter where Russell Boyne goes. Shane Hurd is, but on replay now, a lovely goal from Simon Madden.
Just on the 11-minute mark, the Bombers in front by a point. Going to be hard to beat today as Daniher goes for a hand pass. There's Watson, smothered that time, picked up by Daniher again. He's grabbed. A short kick back there to Daniher. Coming out now. A putt shot at goal. Oh, it may be all right. No, it's through for 1 point. So it's 2 points the difference. Oh, there was the chance of a lifetime for Daniher. It's a 15-metre penalty again. That's the third they've had given them Hawthorn. Hellman goes for the long kick back towards DiPierdomenico. Jumps, he's got the mark. Played a great game today, but Neagle's not far behind him. That's his opponent. DiPierdomenico drives the ball, looking for Matthews. Duckworth is having well covered, but not that time. A great mark, he's off like a shot. Matthews, a hand pass to Brereton. Straightens up, fires, but he's off target. Could have put that one through, had the chance of a lifetime, and the difference still 1 point in favour of Essendon. 71 plays 70. We're just on the 12-minute mark of the third quarter in the Big League in this second semi-final. Ball back into play again. There's a chance now for Green. Langford on the ground and McCarthy off as Green goes for a pass. It's a dangerous one, but marked there by Wallace. Now he's well within kicking distance. You can see the picture on the screen there, but it's a difficult shot. He'd only be about 35 metres out. And Hawthorn badly needing this goal to regain the lead. Brightens up, fires. Oh, that's a pretty good kick for goal. So Hawthorn have hit the front again. They go on to 11 goals, 10-76 to Essendon, 10 goals, 11-71.
Terry Wallace kicking his first goal, and a good piece of play. He on replay, diving forward, but we saw the teamwork there of Green and Robertson. If those two players can really get into motion, then I'm sure we'll see a lift in the Hawthorn side.
Hawthorn lead at the MCG by 5 points. Mervyn Byrne. Byrne gets the run and the leap and the punch. Picked up by Neagle. He's going the wrong way. He's run about 25 metres.
I reckon.
Out towards the practice wicket area. Timmy Watson can't control it. It's just inside the boundary line. Now he's got it. He paddles it further forward where Walsh should be able to pick it up. No, he can't. Neither can Curran. It's out of bounds. And we'll see a throw in on centre wing.
Very slippery out there, Pete. That's the practice wicket area.
Yes, and helped along by this persistent rain. It's light, but making the ball rather difficult to handle for players at both sides. Clark's kick a short one. Daniher in front should mark and does in front of Lester Smith. Decides to play on, goes up towards centre half forward. Well, Madden got a week and a half late there. Lutridge, short kick, marked by Wallace. Wallace likewise a pass, trying to find Russo. Oh, must be a free against Harvey.
I don't know, I think Russo ducked for that one. He looked for the free kick all the way. There wasn't much Harvey could do about it.
Russo from centre field. Well, Merritt's got his name on this one. And gets a 15-metre penalty. No, he doesn't, says the umpire. Thought he was going to play a 15-metre penalty. Out to Neagle, who's had a great view of DiPierdomenico. Loveridge can't take the mark. Izzard right there with him. Picked up by Clark, doing a great job. Clark's hand pass is effective, and the Bombers will swing into attack again. That's Clark's kick up towards half forward. Harvey's there. Daniher. Yes, no, yes.
Great mark. Well, it looked as though Helen was going to mark this one. He was all set for Pete. That's a great effort by Daniher.
Yes, great effort. He's only about 15 metres out. Shouldn't have any trouble kicking this one. Lead on the ground for Hawthorn now, so Alan Jean's becoming a little bit desperate. Who's Karanoff again. Goal by Daniher. Essendon back in the lead. 2 goals to the Essendon skipper. 7th big league scoreboard is reading 11-11 to 11-10 in favour of Essendon.
It's a typical captain's mark, that one, as we see Harvey now. 7's big lead shows on replay. O'Halloran standing his ground, but Daniher coming across, and 2-3 grabs. A lovely mark by a wonderful captain.
15.5 minutes have gone in the third quarter. Essendon leading and looking a pretty good side at the moment, but only 1 point in it. 1 point the difference at the 15.5-minute mark, third term. Mervyn Byrne, knocked down by Byrne. Robertson scragged. He didn't have the ball. He'll get a free kick, says the umpire. Colin Robertson to take that free kick at centre field.
Robertson to take the free kick. And they're trailing by a point. Can't break away from Essendon. Robertson ready now. It's a long kick out there towards the full forward position. Langford got one hand to it. There's Merritt trying to crash through the pack. He's collared. Down they go. Back to Langford. A snap at goal. Now scores a dead level. 11 goals, 11 apiece. Into this quarter, just over 16 minutes. They certainly haven't got any great marks up there on the forward line. On the other hand, the Bombers have got Daniher and Madden to take a big mark, and whenever Daniher or Merritt goes, and that's an added bonus for them. Picked up by Mew, but runs into trouble now. It's DiPierdomenico grabbed. Well tackled that time as the ball comes out now to Hurd. A long hand pass out wide. There's a go for Daniher. Short pass coming up. It'll be all right. Marked by Williams. He's out there right on the edge of the square. So the Bombers looking good as the ball goes over their half-forward line. Eade comes in. Oh, there's the high flyers I was talking about, Madden. There's a short pass, a lead coming up. Intercepted that time by Green. The ball hits the deck. A chance down for the ball when picked up by Baker. He's swamped by 2 of them. Still tries to get clear. Eade gets a hand pass to Robertson. Back it goes to O'Halloran. Oh, they're in a bit of trouble here. as the ball goes out wide from a bad hand pass, picked up by Daniher. Another one back to Watson. Watson hooks the ball back. It may go out of bounds, or could it be a mark? Daniher goes down now. Madden fumbles. Back it goes again to Weston. He'll kick it off the ground, but it's intercepted. He's still there. They haven't got it through. There's a wrestle going on. Might be a point.
I think Ayres is in trouble behind play, I think.
Well, let's have a look at Ayres.
On replay now, we'll see as Weston just went over the line and rushed through for a point.
He has had fight trouble during the week, Bob.
Well, the Bombers are in front by a point again as the ball goes back into play. A chance for O'Halloran to mark. Well played that time by Ezard. Picked up by Weston over to half. He's collared by O'Halloran. The kick is up there towards the goal, but it's out of bounds on the full, and a penalty free kick to Hawthorn. Just on the 18-minute mark, and Ayres in plenty of trouble. I think he'll be coming off the ground.
Well, I can't understand it with an interchange. Why play one short on the ground?
Well, they'd get him off quickly, I'd reckon, Bob. That's the idea, but tucked down there with the ball in the back pocket. Well, Essendon in front by a point. The kick out there towards half-back. Byrne coming in over the top of the pack. He just about grabbed that one. The umpire's paying it for 15-metre penalty. It brings him on up to half-back. There's a bit of a wrestle going on now between Byrne and Daniher. But there'll be a 15-metre penalty to the big fellow.
There should be another one because Williams has just kicked the ball into the crowd.
Well, we see Ayres still in the hands of the trainer, or trainers, so it might be his knee. Byrne's kick is back out there towards the wing position. Neagle in front, the back, punched away by Madden, away from DiPierdomenico. A fumble that time by Schwab. It finally comes out, and we see the ball driven up there by Loveridge. Brereton couldn't hold the mark. Backing up well is Duckworth. He's played a good quarter. He's played well all day, but he's tackled. Still gets the hand pass. The umpire's giving a lot of latitude. Madden copped one a bit high, but they go in after him again. It's Matthews well down there. Oh, down he goes. Neagle copped him a bit high, and the umpire said it'll be a free kick. I think it could be against Matthews, isn't it? Let's see what happens.
I'm going to take it off him.
And some clown throws a can over the fence. Well, that's pretty intelligent stuff. Ayres coming off the ground. Pass is effective to Russo. I don't know how they can afford to throw cans these days. They're so expensive. Russo's kick up towards half forward. Langford at the back. Can't take it. Picked up by Brereton. Hurried hand pass. Hurried kick by Wallace. Is close and off target, I think, and through for 1 point to Hawthorn. Taking their total now to 11 goals 12. Scores once again dead level.
Plus you get a refund on the can too, Pete.
Never did it for Phoenix. Duckworth. Long kick. Oh, beautiful mark to Weston. When I say beautiful, he made position well. Weston's kick out wide, towards left half forward, looking for Daniher. He's found him. New in hot pursuit. Daniher, the Essendon skipper, has gone for a pass. Lister Smith trying to get in front of Daniher. He can't do it. And Essendon's height beginning to tell down there. I think they could be in trouble in the final term, height-wise, Hawthorn. Couldn't understand them leaving Ian Payton out. Into the goal square, big Merritt in front. Ball hits the deck, and a real wrestle developing. Umpire Russo has decided on a bounce about 5 metres out from the Essendon goal.
Well, Essendon always looking dangerous up there on the forward line, Pete, because they've got those 3 good marks. On the other hand, Hawthorn have got no one to take the big mark down there at the moment.
Not at the moment today. Favours no one in particular. Now 2 Essendon players are there. It's Williams. He fires with the right foot. Any score puts Essendon in front. Hit the post, did it, or is it a goal? It's a goal. So Essendon in front by 6 points. 84-78.
It's a wonderful goal by Williams, and really on replay now. You can watch as Terry Daniher forces the ball forward. Williams picks it up, and that's a great goal. It really floating around in the breeze, swings back, and a delighted Darren Williams.
A goal the difference at the 21.5-minute mark of this third quarter in favour of Essendon. And Hawthorn could be in a little bit of bother. Well, knocked out that time by Madden, pushed on by Hurd, grabbed by Watson, still gets a kick over the half-forward line. All tapped away again by Ezard. Ezard going out for the big fella Merritt. He goes down. O'Halloran got a chance to pick it up. He doesn't mess it up. He's given a difficult hand pass to Loveridge. Another one coming back here to Russo. He goes down but recovers okay. Back it goes to Tuck. Tuck back to Russo. They're messing about a bit now. It's Robertson. Walks. Goes for a dash. He leaves Neagle for that as he drives the ball up there towards the big fella Burns. Brereton's at the back. Couldn't hold the mark. They can't grab it, but there's Duckworth. I don't know whether he meant to pass that one, but it came off okay. Back to Walsh. Dangerous. But he shrugs Matthews off. Another hand pass. And they get out of the danger zone through Weston. Let's see if he can get rid of it. He goes down. Foles tries to get rid of it. We see McCarthy can't get clear, or is it Curran? The umpire will ball it up.
Was that a strange hand pass, Bob?
I couldn't understand it.
It's unbelievable.
Well, he should have gone for the kick when you're in a desperate position down there in defence. I don't know why they mess about with hand passing. McCarthy against Matt, grabbed by Wallace, a fumble. Now Tuck's got him, a hurried kick up there towards Matthews and Duckworth, having a great battle. Duckworth in the front posse goes the punch. He's beaten Matthews there as it comes out to DiPierdomenico. A hurried shot at goal. Oh, I think he's put it through for a goal. Yes, he is. That's his fourth. Oh, is he a menace, this guy? So it's dead level again. 12 goals, 12-84. Hawthorn to Essendon the same score. 23 or just on 23 and a half minutes gone.
Well, once again, we see the remarkable endeavour of DiPierdomenico as Duckworth doing everything right against Matthews, but DiPierdomenico reading it well, swinging around, and a great goal for Hawthorn.
4 goals to DiPierdomenico. He's Hawthorn's leading goal kicker, and in fact the leading goal kicker in the match to date. Clark at centre field. Out towards Watson at right half forward, and Watson takes it on the fingertip. Was he off? I don't think so. He should get a 15-metre penalty there. No. Watson from the point of the square. Looks for Merritt. O'Halloran's in front. Can't take the mark. Umpire says he was held. And it will be a free kick to O'Halloran, plus another 15-metre penalty.
Should be another one.
Neither side can get the break, can they?
No, not so far. It's been pretty close right throughout the afternoon. The biggest break was in the first 10 minutes of play. And another one now. Brings it up to centre half back. O'Halloran now. Torpedo punt kick. Essendon players doing well on the ground. Neagle, Hurd. Hasn't done much himself, but he's been a great stopper. In front, Madden. Clark. The rebound. Over Schwab, off the ground. Can't get it clear. Big pack of players develops on the outer wing, and once again we'll see a ball up.
Wonderful effort by young Peter Schwab there. And one out virtually. He first of all knocked the ball away from Madden and then dived in just to trap it and contain it and cause that bounce.
Knocked down by Madden. He's trying to find Daniher. Does so. He gets grabbed too high. Should get a free kick for that offence. And the Essendon skipper to take the free kick just on centre wing. Daniher's already kicked 2 goals for Essendon. Looking for Merritt. Can't take the mark. Harvey boots the ball pretty quickly. It's rolling goalwards like a topspin lob and just bounces inside at the post.
That would be a free kick to Lester Smith, actually.
Who is also limping. 85 to 84. Essendon lead by a point.
And into this quarter by just on 26 minutes. Point the difference in favour of the Bombers. Neither side getting the break. Ball back into play now by Mew. Punched away again by Donnell. There's a chance now for Loveridge to get out, but he's grabbed it. Comes back to Harvey. A hand pass to Fowles. A shot at goal. That looks good. No, it's 1 point again. So the difference is 2 points. Still in favour of the Bombers. It's a tough game. Both sides will be pretty tired after tonight. Back into play again by Mew. Hawthorn being let down. There's no one can take a mark, really. A hand pass coming out from Russo over to Loveridge at half back. Goes for a pass. It's a bit long for Langford. Coming in to meet him now as Hurd gets the hand pass back. Pushed away by Ian. Good play. Oh, Russell Green's not having a great day today. Scoops it back to the wrong man. It's Hurd getting a hand pass out to Donnell. And the Bombers go back into attack. Good plays. He gets around Roberts and a hand pass coming over to Watson. A long shot up there. Baker's got the sit coming in there as he goes after the ball again. Now he'll turn and fire. This looks dangerous. It'll be a goal. That's his second. So it's 13-14, 92, Essendon to Hawthorn. 12 goals, 12-84. A difference of 8 points, and the Bombers starting to look good.
Yes, and Hawthorn making a few elementary errors at the moment. Poor pass by Loveridge on the wing. Although it was a poor pass, I felt that Langford should have gotten to the ball, and he waited for it to bounce. It didn't quite bounce to him. And then Russell Green wasn't able to top things off.
On 27.5 minutes gone of the third quarter. 8 points the difference as we see the ball knocked down by McCarthy. Still plenty of fumbling going on there, mainly by the Hawthorn players. And the umpire will ball it up again. Bombers must be a little bit confident as we get closer to three-quarter time, leading by 8 points. And they're looking a little bit better. Knocked out by Matt. The fumble now is Watson going for a hand pass over to Harvey. This is danger again as he goes for the long kick. But there we see O'Halloran could have marked that, but Merritt's right on his tail. He's grabbed him, but he's clear now. And it's O'Halloran going for a pass. It'll be okay, and the ball marked there by E.
First touch of the game, I think. 2 touches. Wrong. Speed, short of half-back. Walsh goes to spoil. Judges these, been very quiet since the first quarter. Langford to Wallace, to DiPierdomenico. He shoots at goal. They'd be lost without this guy today. He's missed on that occasion, though, and put it through for only 1 point.
Well, he's going directly to the goals all the time, DiPierdomenico. He's not messing about, Pete. They're fiddling around with too many hand passes down there too, Hawthorn.
And the mark taken by the Essendon skipper Daniher, well downfield. Essendon looking a good side at the moment. Byrne decides to go for a run and a bounce. A pass. Eade marking at half forward. He too has gone for a pass. Matthews leads out and takes the grab. So Matthews a chance to put Hawthorn to within a point at the 29-minute mark of the term.
Pete, you can't rest when you're on Matthews. Duckworth's done a fine job, but Matthews is always ready to break away, isn't he?
Matthews has kicked 2 goals from 35 metres out. Can he make it 3? Goal and fire doesn't move. It's a goal. So 3 goals to Leigh Matthews, and Hawthorn come to within a point of Essendon once more. 13-14-92 to 13-13-91.
As we've spoken about the duel on the wing, that DiPierdomenico has played so well that Dunnell is now on the wing and Neagle has been shifted away. It happened quite a few minutes ago. But Duckworth and Matthews. Duckworth has been a wonderful fullback, really, but Matthews has still got 3 goals.
1 point the difference now. Just on the 30-minute mark of the quarter. Knocked down by Madden. Tries to tap it further forward, not successful. Dunnell caught by Langford. Madden gets a push in the back. Could have been a free kick. The umpire says no. Langford, his kick is short up towards Wallace. He's been fairly quiet today. Wallace's hand pass back to Langford. Oh, beautiful smother by Essendon. Now they run it away through Watson. He gets his kick in quickly. Harvey and Tuck knocked away by Tuck. But Essendon running and running and running. Watson up towards left forward pocket. Lester Smith, good smother, and the ball out of bounds. The boundary throw in, left forward pocket for the Bombers. Hawthorn lead by a point, close to the trail by a point, close to the three-quarter time siren. Daniher, can he pick it up? No. Mew just about into his back and gets clear.
Long kick by Mew, well over the half-forward line. Coming out to meet it now is Duckworth. He's got away from Matthews. There's the siren to end the third quarter, and it's a point the difference in favour of the Bombers. 13-14-92 to Hawthorn. 13-13-91 on the big lead.
Three-quarter time and a 1 point lead to Essendon. You can't get much closer than that, Simon.
Well, again, very, very close match. Still intense. I think, nearly 76,000 people there to watch a game. Those big finals, atmosphere, tremendous. Again, I can't overemphasise the last minutes in those tight games, the last 5 minutes. I mean, you look through that quarter, there was Dipper doing well again, and he kicking a goal to level
4 goals for the game. To this point of the game, he's kicked 4 goals.
He's having
off a wing.
Off a wing, yeah, very good game. He kicks the goal to level the scores. Then Essendon get the ball. There's a great shepherd by Harvey for Leon Baker to goal, and I mean, Leon Baker was one of the great players I played with. It was interesting because he started late. I think he was came to Essendon about 25. If he had started earlier, he would have been a household name, because I saw him as one of the great footballers I played with. But he got the goal. Then you saw Terry Daniher working right up the ground, one of the hardest working full forwards that in any era. I think he's just a hard worker. And then you come into the picture and you've got that goal, a very good goal to make it just that 1 point lead for Essendon. So again, we've done well. We've done well against Hawthorn, and you're back again in that last couple of minutes to 1 point difference.
And I think throughout the game we've seen the tactic that was to be the forerunner of the 50-metre penalty. Well, the Essendon deliberate tactic of giving away the 15-metre penalty, as it was in those days, to stop Hawthorn's running game. What was the basis for all that? Well,
it was simple. It was definitely the 50 metres has come about because of Kevin Sheedy. He said that what we were prepared to do at that stage was, if there was a free kick or a mark in the back half, that's over the centre, we were prepared to give 15 metres, so the time taken for the player to get up to the mark and the umpire to set it up, we'd manned up down on the forward line. And so it was prepared to take that on most times, so much so that they came out with the 50 metres.
We saw Timmy Watson at one stage there, late in the quarter, deliberately walk 3 metres, 3 steps over the mark to make sure the 15-metre penalty was given, just to slow the play down a fraction.
Because Hawthorn was so good at moving the ball on, we were trying to develop that game. And so if you'd let the player take the free, there was 2 or 3 players coming past, he'd give the ball off, and we were under pressure down on our back line.
And I think Mark Harvey, one of the survivors in 1996 of this game, the blonde locks and enormous courage.
Oh look, I think he had narrow vision. I mean, he went for footballs at times that you could cringe to see he was going to get crunched. And I think as a smarter older player, he still does the hard things, but he's just a bit more aware of the players around him. So, but starting off with a very good career back then.
Too much courage for his own good back in those days.
At that stage, yes.
Well, it's at 3/4 time, a 1 point lead to Essendon. It's been a pressure game the whole day. Let's see what happens the last 30 minutes.
Getting pretty dark out there. On Seven's Big League, it's the final quarter of the 1984 second semi-final. Essendon leading Hawthorn 92 to 91 after they outscored them in the previous 2 quarters. Picked up by Williams. Williams' kick is a short one. Tuck has to fist the ball clear, back towards centre field. Williams again has the chance to put Essendon into attack, can't do so. Watson fires out a hand pass, knock on by Izzard, knock on by Daniher. Lester Smith is there, bad hand pass. Loveridge is good enough to pick it up ultimately. Out to the point of the square, Reid went a knock on. Back to Watson again. 3 Essendon players in the centre. Robertson has the pace but doesn't get the bounce. Watson again, up towards half forward. Schwab can't take the mark, or can't even spoil. It's no mark to Daniher either. And the umpire, watching it pretty closely, has decided to ball it up at half forward for the Bombers.
Another good effort by Schwab. That's the second time he's done that.
Yes, he looked hopelessly out of position there. Ball up at centre half forward for Essendon. They lead by 1 point in the first minute of the final term. Knocked down by Madden. Chris Mew gets clear. He got grabbed too high. The umpire played a free kick but then let it go. Up to Matthews. Can't take the grab. He's a long way from goal. Walsh is there. Taps the ball forward. Picked up by Eade. Eade out towards left half forward flank. Clark will get there first for Essendon. The hand pass effective to Hawker, and he's caught on centre wing. Hurd missed it. Picked up by Schwab. And Judge takes the mark. The first I think he's taken since quarter time. He's gone for DiPierdomenico in the goal square. He can't quite make ground to it. And the ball out of bounds, right forward pocket for Hawthorn. Doherty called for it, but he was picked up pretty quickly. So boundary throw in, right forward pocket for Hawthorn. They trailed by a point. Knocked down by Byrne. Can't find DiPierdomenico. Finally he's got it, just about out of bounds. He shoots at goal. A wild shot is out of bounds on the full, and the free kick will go Essendon's way. Not even quite sure which side of the goals it went out of. Now it's going to be left back pocket, and the free kick will be going not to Duckworth but to Glenn Hawker.
Hawker with the kick out there towards the half-back line, a point the difference. Mark dropped that time by Lester Smith. It was a difficult one. Robertson gets it back now. Russo with a hand pass to Loveridge. He's grabbed. Another one coming over to Lester Smith. Gets the ball down there towards the forward pocket. Byrne flies. He might have got the mark, and that was the move that Bob mentioned, putting him down there, because we did suggest they had no one down there to take a mark, and this could be a successful move.
Watch on replay, and Byrne juggling that one, but he's within kicking distance. He's only 35 metres out from goal. has plenty of goal open to him.
And of course the difference, a point in favour of Essendon. This will put the Hawks in front by 5 points if it's successful, and we're approaching the 3-minute mark of this last quarter on the big lead. There's the kick on its way. It's a left footer. What's he done with it? 1 point, so scores a dead level. That was a chance for Byrne. 92 points apiece. Running on Duckworth, going for the short kick. Gets around Matthews, who nearly copped him that time, but he shrugged him off a bad bounce, but he's okay. There's no one within Q. He goes for the long kick over the centre line. Swab flies, couldn't hold the mark. The ball pushed on again, that time by Russo. Picked up out there by Loveridge. A short kick coming over and out of Mew. Another one back to Russo. It was a bad hand pass. Williams nearly copped him. He finishes up running into Daniher. That's a bad kick. Going after it now is Big Byrne. Breaks clear, goes for a pass. It's a beauty and a mark taken here by Brereton. Be good distance out from goal. Scores a dead level. There's the kick on its way. He's hooked it. Duckworth couldn't hold. There's a chance now. DiPierdomenico and Matthews messed each other up that time as the ball goes back there to centre half forward. Punched away by Robertson. Wallace gets a hand pass. Back there to McCarthy. Back to Eade. Another wide one out there coming there to meet it now as Grievous tapped away by Hurd. Now it's a chance for Judge out there at half forward. He's hooked the ball back to the forward pocket. Matthews flies, couldn't hold the mark. It'll go for the boundary line. He and Duckworth fighting for it, but it's out of bounds about 40 metres around from the Hawthorn goal. You see Duckworth in it, but no, is it Watson?
Try, I think.
Might have been the cramp.
Boundary throw in, knocked down by Merritt. Off the ground, I think that was Green. And out of bounds, it will be another boundary throw in. This time a little bit closer to Hawthorn's goal, but only marginally. Byrne, number 21, Merritt, 25. They'll do the ruck work. Knocked over the back by Byrne. He's found Judge. Judge trying to get onto the right foot to shoot for goal, which he does. Any score will put Hawthorn in front, and I think he's put it through for a goal. That's 3 goals to Judge. Hawthorn lead by 6 points in the final term. 14-14-98 to 13-14-92.
Well, I wouldn't be jumping around too excited yet if I was Judge, because they've bounced back every time that Hawthorn have hit the front, Bob.
Yes, it's been a great team contest by both sides. On replay now, you see Judge come one way, thought about going onto the left foot and swung back, and Judge kicks his third.
3 goals to Ken Judge, 6 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn. Daniher moved to defence. The umpire has found a free kick, certainly penalising the side, it would appear. They didn't play the advantage rule there. McCarthy has the free. He's gone out wide to Lester Smith on right centre wing. He's gone for a short pass at Langford, takes the mark at centre half forward. Langford preferred by Alan Jeans to Curran, maybe in view of the greasy conditions.
Well, I wonder if that's a good move, moving Daniher down there in defence at this early stage of this quarter, because they're only in front by a goal.
He may be injured. Langford, usually a long kick. That's a long kick. Off the hands of Daniher and Byrne, and out of bounds or a point. It's the latter. And so the scores on Sevens Big League. Hawthorn 99, leading Essendon 92.
7 points the difference, just over the 6-minute mark. Running on Duckworth to bring the ball back into play. He's had a great duel with Matthews, but Matthews has kicked 3 goals up to this stage of the game. The ball back into play. Langford and Weston both missed it. The back of the pack is Watts. He's got a chance to streak away, but Robertson's right on his tail. The kick is not a good one, and a mark taken here at centre half forward by Lester Smith. Played a fair game today. Eade coming across that time with Neagle. They both dropped it now. Neagle recovers quickly. Takes a wide turn, goes for a pass, not a good one, but it might be all right, and Weston saves it there. Did he pick it up on the first bounce or not?
No, it's a mark.
A mark there to Weston round about the centre field area. 7 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn. But the Bombers always bounce back. They have today, at least. Well, what's that, a free kick to Schwab, and he's played a fair game too, Bob.
Yes, he's done a good job. He's really made some wonderful efforts and just curtailed him down there.
There's Tuck driving the ball back there. Neagle couldn't hold that one. Picked up by Weston, backing up well. The ball over the centre half forward position. Tapped on by Lester Smith. Tapped out again by Robertson. Over to Lester Smith. Another hand pass to Green. He hasn't had many touches today, but he gets this one out okay to Schwab. Goes for the long kick, looking up there for Byrne, and Matthews in front. Oh, he dropped it. Down he goes. The umpire said it might be a free kick. Now he's called play on us. Judge spins out of the pack. He's grabbed it. Could be dropping the ball against him. It is. Daniher's down in the serious... Oh, well, he looks as though he's serious. The ball dropping short, but the umpire's going to ball it back. It's a 15-metre penalty. 7 points the difference. Got one in the face, Daniher. A little bit groggy. There's the kick out there to Daniher. Having a bit of trouble. Ducks their head. They collar him as he goes down. They pile on top of him. The umpire said it'll be a ball up out there on the centre wing position. Hawthorn 14-15-99 to Essendon 13-14-92. A difference of 7 points. Just over the 8-minute mark of this last quarter. Daniher coming off the ground, I think.
Daniher off the ground, it would appear. Ball up on the outer side. McCarthy and Merritt. Picked up by Merritt. He can't get clear. No one can. Finally, it's Daniher. Just about threw the ball out of the pack, but not to an Essendon player. Green goes down. He can't get clear either. It's a real scramble out there with the greasy ball, and once again we'll see a bounce pretty well at centre field. With Daniher off the ground, and that means that Thompson has come back on. Where's he gone? Out towards the action straight away. McCarthy and Merritt. Going through solidly is Watson. New. Not fast enough. Williams is there. Picked up by DiPierdomenico, or in fact he's trying to pick it up. It's out of bounds, I think. And it will be a boundary throw in left forward pocket for Essendon. 9 minutes gone in the final quarter as we watch that in replay. And a nice old shirt front. Up down by Matt. Picked up by Mew. Long clearing torpedo punt kick out towards centre wing. Weston and Brereton. Folds. Gives it straight to Langford, who says thanks very much, and kicks it into the open spaces of right half forward Matthews and Duckworth. Duckworth gets the kick in and puts it towards the boundary line, which it traverses. Right half forward flank for Hawthorn, and Daniher looking a little bit groggy out there. Top doctor having a look at him.
Oh, he's got it right across the eye.
Certainly steep. McCarthy and Madden. Langford put the hip and shoulder in, but it will be a ball up. Still at right half forward flank for Hawthorn. And we've been playing just on the 10-minute mark of the term.
7 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn on their half forward, on about 60 metres out from their goal. Knocked out that time by McCarthy. It hits the deck. Watson comes in to meet it. Bounces right for him. Another long hand pass coming over to Hawker. Hawker's cleared. Judges after him. He gets a long kick out there towards the wing position. It's Daniher and Mew racing after. Daniher's first there, but he fumbles. This gives Mew a chance, but he won't give, and he kicks it off the ground. Good play. In goes O'Halloran. He's grabbed by Matt, but he shrugs him off beautifully. A hand pass to Robertson. And the racehorse goes for a long hand pass out to Rodney Eade. Neagle's after him, another short pass. It's all right, and Brereton's got the mark. And Hawthorn starting to look a lot better, particularly around their forward line. The lead made by DiPierdomenico. Byrne at the back, got the sit here over Walsh. He positioned himself properly, punched on again by Merritt. The ball going for the boundary line, and it's out of bounds in the forward pocket, about 30 metres around from the Hawthorn goal. They're 14-15-99 to Essendon 13-14-92 as we approach the 11-minute mark of this last quarter. Knocked out by Merritt, grabbed that time by Wallace, but the kick was smothered. Tries to get it out, plenty of scrimmaging going on there, and the umpire will ball it up about 20 metres out from the Hawthorn goal.
Can't help but admire the endeavour of both teams, Lou.
Well, it's been a tough slogging match, and I should imagine the Magpies would be happy about this too, because they play the loser next week in the preliminary final, VFL Park, as the ball hits the deck. Still plenty of fumbling as Weston tries to come out of the pack. Gets a hand pass back to Fowles. A hurried kick out there towards that wing position, but there's that little Swab coming out. He's played a fine game today.
Yes, he has.
And Swab's got the mark out there at half-back. Hawthorn have been into attack for most of this quarter, and they lead by 7 points. If we wait now for Swab to drive it well up there towards Byrne at the full forward position. Matthews punched away. Chance now for the ball to come back to O'Halloran. Oh, Neagle got out of the way that time. A hand pass back to Neagle again. He's clear. Goes for a short pass over there to Daniher. Fumbles, but he clears okay now. He goes for a short pass. This looks dangerous as we see Baker running to an open goal. Fires. It'll be good, a goal. So the difference now only 1 point. That's 3 goals to Baker. 14-14, 98 Essendon to Hawthorn, 14-15, 99.
And once again, really set up at the other end of the ground. Neagle puts the ball down towards Daniher. Daniher does well to trap it. Magnificent pass across to Baker, and you can't give Baker many opportunities because his disposal is superb, and right through the centre it goes.
12 and a half minutes gone in the final term. Hawthorn lead by a point. Very dark here at the MCG. McCarthy doing the ruck work for Hawthorn against Madden and wins it out. Robertson caught. Out to Russo, caught by Williams, but he gets his kick in. DiPierdomenico getting underneath it, and Marks tries to shrug off Weston and does so. He'll go for a long shot in towards the 10-metre square. Burn! He's got it! No!
Pretty close to a mark.
There's a mark. Out of bounds. Actually, I think Matthews might have knocked that away from him.
I think he might have. Burn was about to grab the second time, and Matthews grabbed it as well.
Burn and Madden. Knocked down. Wallace is there. Can he trap it? He's gone for a long hand pass, picked up by Brereton. The snapshot won't be a score. Bertie's got the mark.
Oh, what a strong mark that was. That was a ripper, wasn't it? Oh, that was a great strong mark. Look at it.
That's just standing your ground, and really, what an example DiPierdomenico is to the youngsters who maybe want to play league football.
Well, if he can't lift Hawthorn today with his efforts, they really don't want to win the match, I'd suggest. Played a great game. Kicked 4 goals already. Still the leading goal kicker in the match. Chance to make it 5 from 25 metres out. Hooked it. He's hooked it and missed it.
Oh, golly, look. He's disappointed. That's the first mistake he's made all day.
Certainly deserved a goal. A great mark. Hawthorn lead by 2 points now. 100 plays 98. That's the Melbourne cricket ground.
Let's hope for Bertie's sake it's not the fatal mistake either, Bob, because he's played too good of a game to be blamed for a loss here today.
Duckworth, again, he's just about every time put in the little kick. Didn't really gain much on that occasion, though. Over the top, Walsh can't complete the mark. Just about runs into Shane Hurd, who throws it back to Hawker. Hawker gets clear. He's played a good game. Hawker up towards centre wing. Man in front should be paid. I think, yes, Schwab playing on, but it will be a mark to McCarthy. McCarthy taking the grab at left centre wing for Hawthorn, being preferred in the ruck in the final term so far by Alan Jeans. McCarthy up to left half forward flank, and this time Byrne has the mark, but it might be a free kick. No. Michael Byrne, a long way from goal. It'll be a mammoth kick to get anywhere near it. 2 on 1, Langford's there. So too is Hawker. As I said, he's played a great game, Glenn Hawker. One of the best I've seen him put in for Essendon. Daniher taking the mark at left half-back flank.
And the difference is 2 points. As we approach the 15.5-minute mark, a short pass coming up, and Watson's grabbed it out there at half-back. The Bombers won't give in. Umpire's called play on. He gets around Robertson. He was nearly hooked by the leg. Now he's lost it. Trying to do a little bit too much. Umpire's called play on as the ball goes out of bounds, but he's going to play Watson a free kick. I don't know what for. Could have been a bit lucky, Timmy.
I think it was in front of the Essendon crowd, it helped.
Well, he tried to do a little bit too much as the ball finally comes back there towards that half-forward line. Players set themselves. O'Halloran outmanoeuvred that time, Merritt, and takes a strong mark there at half-back for Hawthorn. 2 points the difference. And neither side can get a big break to say they're going to win this game. A short pass. It bounces okay for Loveridge, and the little rover streaks away as he goes for the long kick, looking for Byrne again. In front, he's got it. Umpire said play on it, but that was nearly a mark as we see Weston clear the ball out wide at DiPierdomenico and Daniher having a great battle. Bertie goes down, and the umpire said it'll be on the cheek, he'll get a free kick. And listen to this Essendon crowd go mad. Daniher's not too happy about it either.
We'll watch on replay.
Oh, yes, the player coming past copped him in the face.
I think Bertie might have put it over the umpire.
Well, there we see Bertie DiPierdomenico with a shot from about 50 metres. I think the distance is too far. He lets fly. It's a high kick. Hits the deck. Matthews tries to get this one. There's a smother up. Fowles falls on top of him. The umpire will ball it up right on the point of the square. Nearly 17 minutes gone. 2 points the difference, and this is a rip-roaring game. Both sides will sleep well tonight. It's been a tough battle all day. Byrne. Madden got the knockout. Grabbed by Duckworth. He's played a great game too. Finally a kick out to Watson. Short pass coming out looking for Thompson. Thompson and Lester Smith go after this one, and the ball is out of bounds. So we're right on the 17-minute mark of the last quarter. It's 14-14, 98 Essendon to Hawthorn, 14-16, 100 points.
Doesn't come up that way on the screen, but very dark here. The light should be handy if they were completed. Knocked down by McCarthy. Out of bounds again. about 10 metres closer to the Hawthorn goal, but still to all intents and purposes on centre wing. 17.5 minutes gone.
Every time that Hawthorn looked like breaking away, Pete, the Bombers bounce back again, don't they?
Yes, neither side's had a break right throughout the afternoon. Ball finally got to Russell Green. Oh, the old lever trick. And Duckworth takes the mark anyway. It's a 15-metre penalty. Duckworth lobs it high towards centre wing. Knocked away from Merritt. Williams is there though. Controls it beautifully for Essendon. He's gone for a pass right down the throat of Harvey. So a chance to put Essendon in front. He's 50 metres out from goal. You can see the centre square line, but he should be able to just about put it in the square from there. It's a beautiful kick. It's a point, I think, or is it a goal? It's 1 point, so 1 point the difference. 100 to 99.
Well, I wouldn't like to predict who's going to win it, Bob.
Anybody's going this one, Lou.
I'll tell you what, it'd be interesting if it was a draw, wouldn't it? Messrs Hamilton and Aylett would be licking their lips, I think. Kicked out by Chris Mew. And the mark juggled there by Langford. Langford at the point of the square from centre half back. Looking for Brereton, he's in front and takes from mark. No, he doesn't, says the umpire. Wallace over the top to Eade, who can score. He's gone for a pass. Byrne can't take it. Plenty of Essendon players down there backing up well, one of whom is Folds. He's cleared it out wide, looking for Donnell. Birdie has to go the punch. That's a mark or free kick to the Essendon player.
Yes, Birdie should have gone the punch on that occasion. He tried to mark from behind. But Donnell, an extremely good mark. And when you're in front or behind from DiPierdomenico's case, he should have gone the punch.
Walker on left centre wing. On and turn to Weston. Up to left half forward for Essendon. The bounce will favour O'Halloran, but it's just out of bounds. And it will be a boundary throw in left half forward for Essendon, with the Bombers trailing by 1 point.
19.5. We're just on the 20-minute mark of this last quarter, and a point the difference. Neither side able to get that break. Knocked away by Robertson. It's a hard one. The ball is out of bounds again, about 50 metres around from the Essendon goal. But at least it's in their attacking zone. Hawthorn have headed them off plenty of times today, but the Bombers keep on bouncing back. But both sides will be very tired tonight, because it's been a hard slogging game without being, well, there's no spiteful incidents at all. As we see a bit of a crash up now. While the kick is a high one by Baker. He copped one on the face that time. It comes back to Tucker. Hurried kick back there towards Wallace in the front position. Punched out. Going after it now is Donnell. He's in a bit of trouble, but still gets a hand pass out. There we see, going down that time was little Thompson. Breaks clear, drives the ball up, and Ezard's got the mark. But he's a fair distance out from goal, and Ezard's already kicked one goal. He's gone for a pass. And Timmy Watson's got the mark about 45 to 50 metres out from goal, directly in front. Well, they're trailing by a point.
It won't be much longer.
And this will put them in front by 5 points if he can kick successfully. Waiting on Timmy Watson. Played very well since quarter time. A point the difference. The kick is on its way. It's a high one. It's a pretty good one. Now it's touched on the line and scores a dead level.
A goal.
A goal. Oh, I couldn't see the umpire. It's a goal, so the Bombers have hit the front by 5 points. The scoreboard.
Will come up any moment.
Well, not good play on that occasion by the Hawthorn ruckman. He should have been down there helping out. McCarthy should have been down, and whereas O'Halloran had to try and punch that ball away himself. If there'd been 2 players there, it might have made all the difference.
Essendon lead by 5 points.
5 points the difference. Can they come back? The ball hits the deck again. A chance for Robertson to get clear. A long hand pass out to Weed. It's a bad one. He's in trouble. Ducks the head, but still gets a kick, and Hawthorn go back into attack. Duckworth couldn't hold that, but he goes after it. He won't give in. He's a terror. They call him, and the umpire will ball it up at centre half forward for Hawthorn, about 60 metres out from their goal. It could be Timmy Watson in trouble there. 5 points the difference in favour of Essendon, and a ball up at centre half forward.
Well, if Essendon can get the next goal, they would just about be certain of being in the grand final. Williams' kick is smothered though, but plenty of Essendon players are running. They can't get clear though. A ball up again, half forward for Hawthorn. Well, Hawthorn have probably been into attack more than Essendon this quarter, but the Bombers have the points on the board. There must be 30 players around that bounce. Knocked down by McCarthy. Williams and Langford. Matthews runs into Langford, actually.
Langford. Matthews.
Oh, I think he might have been lucky.
He topped it too high.
What did he run into? I thought he hit his own player.
Yeah,
Williams grabbed him too high. Well, it might have been a blessing in disguise. He did run into Langford because that gave Williams a chance to grab him, Pete.
Yes, as it turned out. Well, if he can see the goals, he might be able to kick it. It's so dark here, you need a miner's lamp. Won't quite make the distance, and the difference is 4 points now in favour of Essendon. We're only 2 minutes away from time on. Next goal, I reckon, would win the match. 105 to 101. Watson back on his feet, looks okay. Duckworth to bring the ball back into play. He's got cramp, I think, like Gary Ayres had before. Duckworth not going for the small kick this time, but he's found Roger Merritt okay, marking in front of McCarthy. Essendon just having a little bit more at the moment, a little bit more go. Hawker chips it up to Baker. Baker likewise has gone for a pass. Byrne goes the fist away. Green spoons it out to Weed. They need a goal badly. Hawthorn up to Matthews and Duckworth. Duckworth again going the punch. He's played a ripper game down there. McCarthy, here's Matthews though, the rebound. He's got it onto Loveridge. Loveridge shoots, it's there. Hawthorn are back in front. What a game we've got at the MCG. A ripper final.
Great play by Matthews, Bob.
Yes, I think you really saw Matthews lift on that occasion and show the determination. On replay now, we see Loveridge, after taking it from Matthews, put it through, but still anybody's game because Essendon, well, neither side, you have to admire every player out in the ground there today. Some have had a job to do and they've done it superbly, but it's been a wonderful game of football.
Yes, it's a pity there has to be a loser today. They both deserve to win. 24 and a half minutes gone. Hawthorn lead by 2 points in the second semi-final. What a match this is. McCarthy, Williams, his kick is smothered, but it's picked up by Thompson. Fresh on the ground. Thompson's gone for a pass. Lester Smith can't mark it. Oh. They all stack up down there. Now it's Lester Smith with a second chance. He's got a fumble. Now he's okay. He gets clear.
And he's kicked the ball out to the wing position. Coming in as Judd. He's had a pretty quiet day since quarter time. That's his 5th kick, I think, since that period. The ball over the half-forward line. Hawthorn in front by 2 points. Duckworth spinning out of the pack. He's played a crackerjack game today. He's gone for a pass. It might be all right. Tapped on by Judge. Coming in to meet it now is McCarthy. A hand pass to Lester Smith. It bounces okay the second time. The ball across to centre half forward. Langford flies. He goes down. They fall over left and right. Clark gets the ball out. Foles is smothered. They can't all kick off the ground by Langford. Nearly a kick in danger, and the umpire will ball it up at centre half forward. What a tough encounter this is.
He's definitely finished up in the southern stand.
2 points the difference. Into time on by 30 seconds in favour of Hawthorn. The ball up at centre half forward. Can the Bombers bounce back and get another goal? They've been doing it all day. Knocked out by Merritt. Kicked off the ground. Has a go now for Lester Smith. And coming in to meet it now is Daniher. A good hand pass over to Thompson. Kick is smothered as the ball goes out wide. It's Harvey and Russo. Thompson backing up too, but he can't pick it up. Russo goes on the ball, knocked out of bounds. So it's out of bounds out there towards Essendon's half-forward line, about 80 metres around from their goal. 2 points the difference. Can the Bombers come back and win this game and go into the grand final? Or will it be Hawthorn again? And we're at the 26-minute mark of this last quarter. Thompson again with a hurried kick down there towards the forward pocket. Coming out to meet it is Watson, but he looks pretty sore. He went down with cramps a moment ago. Got the socks down. That's a sign of tiredness. But I think everybody on the ground would be pretty tired at this particular stage of the game. Oh, what a pressure match this has been. Knocked out back there by Madden, picked up by Russo. It's a high kick. Coming in is DiPierdomenico. The ball pushed to the boundary line, and it's out of bounds again. It's still on Essendon's half-forward line, about 60 metres around from their goal, and Hawthorn in front by 2 points. But I think this will be a long quarter. There hasn't been many goals kicked as they all try to crash through the pack. There's a long one down there. Coming out to meet it is Swab, but it's too long and it's out of bounds. And Swab will take the penalty free kick down there in the back pocket. 15-15, 105 Essendon to Hawthorn. Their score is 15-17, 107. The ball back there towards centre half forward, centre half back for Hawthorn, and a good mark. Oh, there'll be a 15-metre penalty here, I think, for sure. No. It'll go to Mew. No, he wants to get it, but the umpire Robertson won't have a bar of that. Gone out wide. Lester Smith takes the mark. Oh, nearly went off. Now he's off. A long hand pass to DiPierdomenico. It's got a bounce right. He's collared. Down he goes. Well tackled, holding the ball, the umpire said. That was a good tackle that time by Azar. A quick pass coming over there to Baker. He's grabbed. What's the result there? No, it'll be a ball up. Same decision. No different. Same incident, of course. Similar incident. Oh, that was inconsistency by the umpire. The first time they've done that today.
Exactly the same decision.
Here we go now. 2 points the difference. Breaking through as Williams goes for a hand pass. Grabbed a little high. Pushed on by Langford. A chance now for Judd. He gives a hand pass back to Glean. Has hardly been sighted. Another one coming over to Robertson. Hawthorn swing back into attack. A chance for Reid to mark. He's got it. And he's only about 30 metres out. And if he kicks this one, he'll put them in front by 8 points. And it could be the end of the ball game for Essendon. We're at the 28-minute mark. And I reckon it'll go about 31 minutes this quarter.
Be lucky to go that long, I think, Lou. I go 31.
Oh, the game resting on the shoulders of Rodney Eade as he comes in for the kick.
There it is, the siren's gone, it won't matter.
And there's the goal, and Hawthorn have won. They go into the grand final for 1984. The final scores of the MCGs. Peter Landy jumping out of his skin. 16-17, 113 to Essendon 15-15, 105. But believe you me, both these sides will sleep well tonight because it's been a tough encounter. They've had many players and full marks to Essendon. I think Peter hit the nail on the head. Whatever side wins, well, a draw would have been a good result, but Hawthorn lasted out, and they've still got the edge on Essendon, Bob. Essendon.
Well, I told you this was a fantastic final, a great example of pressure football. Hawthorn finally getting over the line that last minute or two, Simon.
It's just amazing how you picked that for the first of the fantastic finals. Look, it was a great game, and again, those last few minutes, very important in the big games. I think there's some great tussles that Donnell on Dipper on the wing in that quarter, and then Duckworth on you. I thought that was, a really good tussle. It's interesting to see that Timmy Watson, who'd been giving Essendon a lot of drive, was injured just in those last few minutes, and I think he'd been dragged down in the forward pocket on the half-forward flank. Took some drive away, but I don't want to give you a pat on the back, but I have to. I'm at that stage where Loveridge gets the goal, where
feel free. I'm happy to do that.
I'm sure. But there's a Duckworth punches the ball away, and it gets clear, and then you follow the ball up. Really good lesson for young players. Follow the ball up, get the ball, give it off to Loveridge to get that goal.
It's funny, even prior to watching the vision, I mean, you watch the vision, it relives all the memories that have faded into the back of the mind.
But
I can actually, that particular sort of second or two of giving that hand pass is probably the one thing from that game that has probably survived over the years.
Well, it's interesting because late in that quarter, there's one thing that really sticks out of my mind. It was a mistake by me. You get the ball out of the a boundary throw in, and I take a shot just to kick down the ground, which I should have been able to keep in, and it was in our attacking forward line, drifts out of bounds, and the ball goes back down to the Hawthorn forward line. So I really can remember that point.
As we were saying when you're watching the game, that games that you're involved in, it's very hard to remember most of them, like second by second, and I think it's been great for us to watch the game to remind us of all the things that happened.
It is, yeah, you're right. You're concentrating on your player, on your team, and your position, and it's just great to back now be able to sit back and watch that and have a few comments about it. But I mean, you look at the smothers, the tackles, the throwing the bodies on the ball in that last quarter, the good defending from Hawthorn. I think it is a fantastic final.
It was a fantastic final. Well, thanks for joining me, Simon.
Great to be here.
2 weeks later, the grand final was played, and it was happy memories for Essendon.
Well, hopefully we might have that one on some stage, because that was a fantastic one for us.
But again, thanks for joining us, and I hope the viewers out there will join us again for our next edition of Fantastic Finals.